we're live. And Vaughn, it's fitting that you're here on this stream because you're the Monster MD guy. You should have some insight on Dracula.
There's a lot of pressure in my life. Monster MD comic. That's one of the things everyone's like, so you think you know monsters, huh? I'm like, I guess. I don't know. I'm not gonna be like a snob about it. Like, well, yes, actually, I know all the monsters. Like, no way, dude. There's no
right.
I haven't studied up that much, but I did. I mean, I do believe in studying up when you create something. So I did study up on monsters a little, but I'm not your encyclopedia, monster. Like, I'm going to start making up my own just to make it fun. That's part of the fun. So
yeah. To me, it's like I don't know. They're fun. I enjoy them, but just like anything, I guess you're going to have people that are way into it, and they're going to hold your feet to the fire if you're wrong.
Yeah, like I can't please them. I'm not going to try. I'm just going to
no. Yeah, just
I don't know it all. But I did read Dracula as a young lad, and my mom was obsessed with it, and we've tried to watch as many Dracula movies and what have you over the years as possible. So I've seen some cool stuff. Yeah. So at least I can help here. I think I can add.
Yeah. Yeah. When I was, so believe it or not, Vaughn, I was not a very good student growing up.
I don't believe it.
I was not. I
believe it because you're a creative person.
Yeah, I struggled with it. I see the same thing in my son. Actually, we just got back from parent teacher conference, and some of the problems that he's struggling with, I'm like, I feel you, man. I don't want to be in
little
school.
Little fist bump. Yeah.
Yeah. But
well, that means you can help him. That's good.
Yeah, and so I'm like, to me, it's like, I know school sucks. At the end of the day, you just have to survive it. You know what I mean? Like, we have to find some way to get you through this, and you're going to grow up to be a perfectly fine, productive adult,
That's funny. I hope you don't say it that way to him. He'd be like, Jesus.
No. Yeah. But
you've been there. So you can give him some advice to help. Like, what would you want to have heard back then when you were dealing with this? You know what I mean?
So, I don't know. Tell him that. Really. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know, but I know that. So I got to the point in junior high when I needed to improve on reading, and I just didn't want to read. And then I had this class where we could pick books from a list that we could read to do book reports on. And they had Dracula, they had Frankenstein, The Invisible Man. They had all like the classic monster books. And so those are the only things I was interested in reading,
Yeah.
So to me, they have a special place in my heart, all those kinds of books.
It's cool, man. You grew up on dark gothic, turn of the century, like badassery, like man meddling with science, man losing his humanity, man just becoming pure evil. Like it's awesome.
In comparatively, it's like it's tame. I don't know by today's standards, but back then it was not. There's no way,
it's tame, but it's universal, and we still draw from those books to this day. I mean, dude, Monster MD's all of those books. It's I'm like, I'm putting if I didn't put Frankenstein in, I would feel like I wasn't tipping my hat to what got me here. You know what I mean? There's a lot of respect for horror and stuff, young and old. And Bram Stoker with Dracula 100% changed everything. I mean, I don't know that he meant to.
Yeah,
pretty amazing.
I don't know. It is amazing. Like, to be known for that long for writing one book. I was trying to see. I didn't do a super deep dive, but yeah, just the one book defined everything about him. Still today. So yeah, I know we're kind of warming up the stream a bit. We got 41 people in here or so. We're gonna get going. Just so people know, like, I've been getting questions about this. If I'm trolling, I am not trolling. The short answer is yes, I am related to Dracula. I will show you receipts, but it is kind of funny how it works out. So
you're related to Bram Stoker, not Dracula, or is that both? Are they one and the same?
Yeah, that would be Vlad the Impaler. No, I'm not related to Dracula. Okay. My bad. Okay. That would be even better, actually.
I met a guy who was like that's all he could talk about himself. He was just like, I'm related to Dracula, you know that, right? And I just feel like it was cool the first time, but like the third or fourth, I don't care. And if in his apartment, he had like a big Vlad the Impaler like portrait like above his bed.
Oh.
I was like, I don't even think you're related to him. I think this is just like some identity like crisis you're going through.
Yeah.
You, on the other hand, have receipts.
I have receipts. Yeah. The thing is though, like, you know, I've already known I've had the last name for so long, and so it's not like this, you know, it's not like I hadn't thought of it, like writing a Dracula story, you know what I mean? But it's funny because there's lately been all this interest, so I'm like, sure, why not? This is good, clean fun. All right, so and we'll see if anybody else jumps in, and yeah, let me know what y'all think. All right, so
here's doing a Dracula story would be a challenge, Clint.
It would. The thing is, I definitely would want to do my own spin on it, like big. I would want to. I'd probably do it in modern day. I've been thinking about a few different directions you could go with it. But like at the end of the day, it's like horror. Like I'd still want the right vibe. You know what I mean? The right energy.
Yeah. Of course. Well, at least sounds like you have thought about this and you've kind of got it kind of charted out a little bit, which is cool. The last adaptation I saw of Dracula was a weird, bizarre letdown, and I couldn't finish it. It was the newest Netflix series called Dracula, and it was all like reinvented. And I swear to God, Dracula's bi, I think, in it. And he takes men on as his brides, and he calls the men brides, and he's like, I want my bride, and he's like talking about a dude, and it got weird fast. And then John Harker is getting interviewed, and if everyone at home, John Harker was the guy who was going to marry Mina and went and was the first big victim of Dracula in the story or whatever. Like John Harker's getting interviewed by nuns, and the nuns are like, oh man, I'm totally bi. Like I totally want a woman right now. And I'm like, what? And the nun's like, John Harker, did Count Dracula have sexual relations with you? And the music's like, dun dun dun. Everyone was just horny for everyone.
Wow.
And I was like, I don't remember the book being like that, man. And then John Harker reads a letter from Mina, and Mina's like, oh man, I'm so hot for women right now. Like, so like, I don't know if these people are like having to, because it's like BBC oriented, if they're having to fill diversity, mention gay people like every line now. But it was really weird. And I was like, my mom and I were like Dracula fans, and we were like, dude, what is this? This isn't what we wanted. We thought the guy they cast was pretty good. He looked like a pretty good Dracula.
Yeah.
But that's my last sad interaction, man.
Yeah, vampires have been all over the map in general, but I don't know. I've seen some pretty I don't know if I've ever seen like a real accurate Dracula though to the book, but it has been so long since I've read it that I don't know, I'd have to reread it. But I thought even it could be interesting, totally different take. But you know, what's that guy's name, the pickup artist online? What's his name? Roosh V. You ever heard of this guy?
A little bit.
Yeah. What if Dracula was like that? What if he was like a pickup artist and he went,
oh wow,
this is not my main idea, but I thought that could be a direction you go. And he's like a pickup artist, but then he,
I like it.
Finishes it by sucking their blood out or whatever.
Of course. It's like American Psycho meets like Dracula. Maybe he's like the suavest business like city guy, because when you're in the city, man, and you've just got the right hair and the car and everything, like women are just like, hey, what's up? Like that's where pickup artists, I think, play their game,
Yeah. Honestly though, like the idea I'm most excited about would be more of sort of like a cat and mouse chase kind of. I don't know, I would just want it to be thriller, horror thriller kind of thing, classic, simple. I don't know.
Yeah.
But before we get into that, now we got 70. Cool. People are interested in this, so we're gonna get in. We're gonna get into this. Here's a few things first. This is on Wikipedia. This is Bram Stoker, the guy that wrote Dracula. And I am related to this guy, but I want to point out a few things so that we can corroborate. So his name is actually Abraham Stoker. His father was named Abraham Stoker. he's Irish. Okay, and then he also was a personal assistant to Sir Henry Ivering. I don't know all these people, but the dates are also something you want to look at. Let's see, born November 18th, 1847. Okay, in Ireland, and then he died in 1912. All right, so family history. I'm actually I'm not personally into family history super in depth, but I'm LDS and my people are very into family history. So I was talking to my mom about this, and I was like, where does the Stoker line come up? This guy's name is David Stoker. And you see the birth dates, 1844 to 1911. He was born 3 years before Bram Stoker. And I tried to follow this line, and I'm like not finding it. So I'm like, there's no way I'm related to Bram Stoker, because this doesn't connect. This dude was in Nauvoo, Illinois, being driven out with the rest of the Mormons into the wilderness. So that was his story.
You guys got driven out?
Yeah, like twice.
Shit, man.
Sorry. Did you know there was a genocide order? There was a genocide. Yeah, no joking. Hey, Eric.
Hello there.
Yeah.
Long time no see.
In Missouri.
Yeah, long time, buddy.
Yeah, Missouri Governor Boggs. He said he put out an extermination order for the Mormons, and so they fled to Nauvoo, and then from there, wait. Yes.
The Flormans. The Mormons fled to
Nauvoo.
Are you in Star Wars? Is there a Trade Federation dispute going on here that I'm not aware of?
Nauvoo, Illinois. Look it up. Yeah,
I will.
Real place.
Put up their
look it
their
up.
shield generators. Escape.
Yeah. Nauvoo. Yeah. Anyway, there's actually a lot of kind of sad history. So that's where this guy was. Not anywhere near. I know this took a totally different turn. Not anywhere near where Bram Stoker was, but Abraham Stoker. I got my mom on this though, and guess what? I am related to Bram Stoker, but it's not through the Stoker side. It's through my mom's side, if you can believe that or not. So
you're related to him and you're inbred. Is that what you're telling me?
The name. So the Stoker name that I have is not the same Stoker name that Bram Stoker has. Isn't that weird?
What?
It's a different Stoker name. I traced it back, and it goes into France.
It's a different branch.
Different, yeah. And so so I'm actually related through my mother's side, and like I'll scroll back so everyone can see this. This is
she married one of his
so
wives?
If I go back, this is 11 generations. Then there's this couple, William Edward Goodreich and Jane Williamson. We both, Bram Stoker and I, go back to this couple, this marriage.
They did it, and now
we
got Henry. We got Henry Goodrich.
Yeah, so
that
Henry
sounds like a name you can trust. I like it.
Right, Henry Goodrich was the son, and then the sister here, Elizabeth.
Look at
Goodrich.
How it changed. You were Goodreich, and America was like, that sounds harsh.
If all of this falls through, maybe you can inherit some of that tire money.
You're right. Goodyear, is that?
Yeah. Goodrich, BF Goodrich tires.
Here we go. So if I go down, there is Abraham Stoker right there. This is 1847 to 1912. And remember, if we go back to here, same time here, 1847, 1912, and his father's name was also Abraham Stoker. And there I am right there. So technically my relation, this is kind of crazy, but he's my 11th cousin 3 times removed.
Whoa.
Yeah. Isn't that
usually
nonsense?
People say that they're joking.
No.
Narwhal.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, Narwhal.
Hey,
dude, Clint, that makes sense because it's your last name. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you suspect because of the last name?
No, but the thing is, like, I'm looking here. It wasn't. I was following my Stoker line. Is not the Stoker name is not the same name. This is actually through my mom's side.
So it just randomly got back to Stoker. That's like simulation theory right there.
Right. It got back to Stoker. So our name, my name being Stoker, is not the same Stoker, but we are in fact related, as I have shown here. So yeah, this is crazy. I didn't know. Does this mean that it's a grift for me to say that I'm related?
No.
Basic, close enough. I mean, does it matter?
No.
I'm gonna still claim it. Might as well.
Do it.
Couple other interesting things though. I'm related more closely to William Shakespeare.
That's amazing.
William
Dude, your resume's looking good.
Well, I thought we weren't even sure if William Shakespeare was real though, right? Or is
I don't know. It's in the
just feminist court shit. It's real. He's real.
It's in the computer, and I looked. I don't know. This is
it's on the internet, so it must be true.
Well, this
must be real.
This is linked up to Ancestry.com, MyHeritage, Genenet, My Family Past. I just use the family search is better. I like it. So anyway, there we go.
So now in your next book, when you do Dracula, it'll say, by the 11th cousin 3 times removed of Bram Stoker.
So can I dedicate it to Cuz? Like, this is for you, cousin Bram.
Yeah, dude, and we can a picture of you dressed as Mr. T pouring a 40 over his grave.
I'll draw that. Is Bran short for Abraham then, or something?
It is.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay,
Bram
that's kind of sweet.
Is Abraham?
It is.
Yeah, and again, you look at all the same stuff. Well, so I can even go.
It's like Topher Grace.
Yeah.
Here he is.
Just call me Bram. Bram.
Braham.
Just call me Bram.
Yeah. So I've got
Braham.
Family in here in Family Search. There are 8 sources that can corroborate that this is Bram Stoker. Census in Wales. I mean, I don't know if I have to go this deep, but I'm just saying I've got receipts.
Are you going to do a 23andMe to see if you're part vampire now?
Yeah, I might as well, right?
Might as well.
Well, watch out, because then like Amazon or something owns 23andMe, and then they'll have your DNA on file.
They already do.
Then they'll.
You know what would be the best marketing ever for your book, your Dracula book?
Yeah.
You start writing it and you're documenting it on your YouTube as you work on it, and then like you come in, you've got a Band-Aid on your neck, and you mentioned like something bit you when you were in the dark, like trying to unlock your front door or something, and it flew, something weird, and then like over time you get more pale, you become more of a vampire as you work on the book. Okay, you show up with a cape, little collar one day.
Yeah,
that's the Stoker lifestyle.
Pretty natural for me anyway. I'm pretty pale.
Yeah, I know. Like the campaign trail is pale. That's true.
Yeah. I just want to address this real quick. Muskie Elon, I see your chat. Did anybody block or do anything mods? That's not necessary if that's the case, but I'm seeing your comments, so I think you're okay, I guess.
Weird.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I am related to Bram Stoker, but I'm not the first genius to think about cashing in on the family name. Apparently this dude in 2009 did it, but with a novel. And he's more closely related because he's like a great grand nephew, which nephew versus cousin, I guess. I don't know. So he wrote a book, and he got like a legit publishing deal too with who's this publisher? I missed it. Darn. Anyway, he got a publishing deal. I don't know how well the book sold, but he milked that Dracula train, and so we might as well.
His name's Holt.
His last name's Holt.
Yeah. Is that what that says? Ian Holt.
Bram Stoker.
He's a Holt.
No,
30. The second paragraph.
Yeah, it's right there at the bottom. I see
over there.
Based on Stoker's.
No, up one paragraph.
My bad. This stupid ad is in the way. Ian Holt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, therefore,
lame.
Yeah, exactly.
And he called it a sequel. That's ballsy. That's ballsy, man.
The 6-year collaboration. So this dude is Darcy. Is that how you'd say his name? Darcy Stoker. Dacre Stoker.
Just call him Strawberry.
Dacre.
Yeah. Yeah,
he's a Stoker.
Apparently, he is the blood relative, and then I don't know if this Ian Holt guy's the actual writer. I don't know. He's trying to. He's riding the vampire train. So
bigly,
we might as well too. That's got to happen. So yeah, it's funny. This has already gone down. So what do you think, chat? I don't know. Give me ones in the chat, I guess, if it's, or it'll probably delete you. If we should do it. I think I will. Deka, that's how you say it?
Yeah.
See, I don't know. Maybe I should have named my child
French, if you know what I mean.
Oui.
I'm catching the undertones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Speaking of undertones, Narwhal. Let's talk about Narwhal.
Hey,
I don't know how it has to do with under. So I just got finished watching Zach's review of Earthbound, and he didn't hold back, man. He loved it. That's gotta feel good.
Yeah, I got an adrenaline rush, and then I went on a stream real quick just to be like, "Well, I can't believe this." And then I'm still kind of, I was like, should I drink? I drank Friday because I was like all excited to get on Ethan's channel, and I'm like, I'm gonna just drink again. I'm celebrating, but then tomorrow I'm gonna be healthy. Yeah, back to normal fitness.
Normal fitness,
of course.
Lifestyle.
I tell you guys, I had a dream last night that I did a bunch of push-ups, and I woke up and realized that they were fake push-ups. They're dream push-ups, and I was just like, oh, so I rolled out of bed into the chair and started drawing. I was like, damn my life.
Don't remind me what I'm supposed to do, brain.
We're pushing pencils.
Those are just straight up guilt push-ups that you didn't even get a benefit from.
Yeah, I know. There's no benefit to them other than just feeling like shit extra.
Yeah. Afterward, you're like, why?
Well,
yeah.
Well, this is the thing about Narwhal's art that I find fascinating. Like, a lot of people look at it at first glance and go, oh, it's like just animatics, it's scribbly or whatever, that he didn't really put the care in. And then my challenge to you is just read it. Like, just read it. And what happens is you get hypnotized, and there's nothing wrong with the art. It's just like your boy Zach was saying. He was like, is there anything wrong with this face? No, nothing. It is perfect. It is exactly the way it's supposed to be. Like, he gets it. He gets the Narwhal experience, if you will. When you read one of the books, you just keep turning the pages and you get sucked in, and you're not worried about every little detail of art. You're in the story. So that's a brilliant achievement.
Yeah, I was nervous that if he would like it or not, and so stoked when he did. Yeah, I value his opinion. So he's always been such a great, like, at separating the art from the artist too. He'll tell it like it is no matter what. So the fact that he would give me praise like that felt really good. And because of it too, do you know, like, I think I've sold 60 copies of Earthbound in the past half hour or something.
Nice.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
nice.
It's crazy. So it's like a second win to that campaign.
It's trending again too. I noticed it's right at the top of Indiegogo. It is.
Wow. Yeah, that's so crazy. That's
awesome, man.
Yeah.
Congrats.
That's cool. So I'll tell you, I don't want to hold him to this, but I sent your boy Zach the link, and he said, cool, I'll be in a minute. So I know he was saying in that stream he wanted to talk to you, Narwhal, too. So I hope that this happens tonight. That'd be great.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I read your book digital.
Clint, I think in honor of your
my heritage.
In honor of your heritage.
Yeah.
I think maybe I should do something with my heritage, and maybe I could do like a Creed prequel, or maybe an Action Jackson sequel, perhaps.
A Creed.
How black are you, Eric?
Enough. I'm black enough.
That's what it said on the forums. Just enough. African American enough.
Yeah. Should we look you up on Family Search and see where you live?
I mean, why not?
Yeah. I mean, you might as well. You got to give the people what they want.
Yeah.
Got to give them what they want.
I'm still glad that my nickname is White Chocolate Weathers.
Yeah.
Nice. There's a link between gingers and the black people.
People think I'm a ginger, but I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's my camera.
Everybody thinks I'm bald, but it's my camera. I mean,
this is
look at those luscious locks.
That's nice flowing here. I was talking to Clint. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Long, beautiful hair. Yeah. For sure. I want to get a new setup here. Oh, by the way, sorry, I'm totally off track. Everybody, Foreign Agent, if you liked that review or you read Earthbound, you should check out Foreign Agent, because that's your new campaign. Is this Per Berg? Is this always how you run your campaigns?
Yeah, that's me. That's like I'm not really hiding it. That's my name.
Oh, I like his name. I don't know. I told Narwhal, I was like, dude, like, this is how I hear it. Hey man, you get that new Per Berg book? Oh shit, that's out. Yeah, like it sounds like a guy who makes to me.
Yeah. That's cool. I like that you have a pen name, Narwhal, but it's not like to hide your identity. It's just a pen name. Like that's it.
Yeah. The Narwhal thing came because I named my YouTube channel Narwhal Books, which for some reason named my Google account Narwhal Books. So then when I went into Google Hangouts, I was called Narwhal Books, and then so people were just calling me Narwhal, and I never corrected them.
Nice,
so,
cool name.
Yeah,
I like it. My daughter likes it too because she loves narwhals. So I was like, oh, this guy's Narwhal. I made a connection. So there you go.
Did you see this? I saw this beer last Friday. I drank it with Ethan.
Narwhal.
Imperial Stout. That's
how was it?
And I would enjoy.
It made me black out. And I did a stream too when I was blacked out, and it had 30 thumbs up and 15 thumbs downs. So I was like, dude, what did I do? So
that ratio.
I know it's a really bad ratio, especially for like my small channel. And so I watched some of it, and it was just me singing like on guitar, like super drunkenly, not enjoyable, and then very cringy, basically. I think so. It wasn't as bad, like nothing too bad.
Could have been worse. Yeah. Arthur Brown, the Uncanny Kodiak for $2 says, "I'm ginger, and I'm black, and I'm proud."
Well, see, then he can replace himself when they remake the movie about him.
Cool.
Yeah. There you go.
It's like
Gingercide continues.
Yeah. Curious, are you guys related to anybody notable? I don't know.
We've been over this.
Well, you have. Okay, Eric, we got it. Vaughn, come on. Any serial killers? Any
No.
There
was someone in my family who fought alongside William Wallace. He hung out with Robert the Bruce. Most of my genetics come from Bavaria, southern Germany, and we were royalty. That's all I know, because like the last name used to have a Von in front of it, so I would be Von Klaus.
So you're inbred. That's what you're trying to tell us?
No, I could be if I was royalty back in the day. That's what they did. Those
you
weirdos.
got a little bit of that Mad King syndrome going on.
I mean, maybe that might be fun. I don't know. I try to just have nice guy syndrome, but I mean, sometimes Mad King.
I haven't done my 23andMe yet because I heard
you're doing it.
I heard you got to spit a bunch, and I don't like spitting a bunch. I'm like, I collect spit. You know who else does that? That one Thought, and she mails her spit out to people.
Oh yeah.
Don't think about her, man.
I'll come up to Portland. I'll do it for you.
Yeah. I'm like, turns out I'm a ginger.
A black ginger.
Someone said that they were doing that to everyone's results. They were like, yeah, you're a little black and you're a little ginger, whatever. Like, I saw some stuff online about that, people messing with the results. Oh, that's not nice.
I know. Yeah, I don't know. I guess people like me more, that they're roasting me more, or they don't. I don't know what it is, but all you can do is accept it and move on.
Take your pick.
Yeah.
How is that like going a little bit bald? Is it a bummer, or you don't care that much, or because it might happen to me in a couple years? I'm worried.
I really, I don't know. It's been kind of like I've had 10 years to accept it. I think that it's coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was kind of slowly coming. And seriously, the past like year has been it's been bad. So
every YouTube subscriber you get, one hair falls out. So the angels say.
It feels like it. Yeah.
See, I don't know. I might be losing mine. I don't know. See, when it's longer, you notice it when it comes out in the shower.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I got handfuls. I'm like, is this the normal amount that's supposed to come out?
Was it like this 2 years ago? I can't remember.
You a part Yeti too, dude. Like I love how like you're like, am I losing hair? And there's this like 12 different hairstyles on top of your head.
They come out, one at a time. Here.
Yeah.
Hopefully not here.
I think you're doing okay.
When my hair was longer, it's when your hair's longer and you look like you have thick hair too. It's gonna be, you and your drain are gonna have problems,
Yeah.
That's the way it goes.
I don't know. I'm just trying to keep it short, but then I realize it grows so fast. But I honestly, like, I'm married. I don't know. I think about this. I'm married, and it's fine. My wife's fine with it, so I don't care what anybody thinks. But let me show you guys this real quick. I found this interesting. So on Downcast #1, when the actual campaign ended, I ended at 26,116. And Downcast Rise and Fall right now we're less than $1,000 from already hitting what the end of the campaign was, and we still have 11 days to go.
Sweet.
So yeah,
that's awesome.
That's encouraging. Thank you.
Yeah, you're doing fantastic.
I'm interested to see where it lands.
Yeah, that's good. That's awesome. Yeah, it'll get 40K, 50K.
Yeah. I think 40s do, especially after In Demand, like I think that's very doable. We'll see how high we can
sometimes I don't know if this is accurate, but for my lower-ish level campaigns, it's like In Demand, they'll double was like the stat. So whatever it gets, then In Demand over the course of like 6 months, it's a lot slower. You get like one a day or one a weekend, but it still will double. So if you get 10K, it'll be at 20K in 6 months or something.
Oh. Yeah, and well, how long do you? I don't know. I'm kind of tempted about. I don't know. I'm trying to think of this through, but technically, In Demand is a store. Like you could leave it open for
as long as possible. Yeah,
and just fulfill as you go.
I'm lucky. I left Earthbound In Demand, because I would have missed out on that bump from your boy Zach if I didn't. So it's like, why not?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about that now too. It's like, because I was going to close it. I initially closed Earthbound to begin with too, because I know you get a boost when you close. So I wanted that boost, but then I was like, oh, but I want the boost, but I also want to keep it going.
Right.
So then I reopened it.
Well, and then also the money that they hold back a certain percentage of money for refunds, and they won't pay that to you until 6 months after you're closed completely.
Email them.
They won't even respond to me. They listen to you. I have $1,500 that they owe me, and I want it.
Yeah, I've got about that much left over.
Where's my money?
And are you in contact with Joel?
No, I have no actual contact there.
Okay,
they're still treating me like riffraff. I don't know how you got.
You are not riffraff or a street rat. I don't buy that.
Can you show me the world?
Closer. They just need, sorry. I'll get you in contact with Joel, and he's Scott. He's part. He knows about the 10 million, right? The 1%.
Yeah,
we can get our 1%er patches.
Yeah,
because I told him my plans, and then I asked him about the payout, and he said, "Let me pass it along." So I think they can expedite it if you can prove that you're fulfilled, which I was able to do.
Yeah, I mean, I've got tracking numbers in there. So, yeah, if I could do that, that'd be awesome. Because right now, it's just the general help number or whatever, the customer service stuff, and they don't get back to you for a week, and then they say, "Hey, here, go to our FAQ section." I'm like, really? Come on.
Yeah, he reached out to me when I was doing Flying Fortress, saying you should do a variant cover.
He did?
Yeah.
Man, why? Vaughn, are you in contact with this guy too?
I don't know who the hell you're talking about.
Joel wants
Joel the janitor at Indiegogo. We got to hook up. I don't know.
The In Demand thing is a good idea.
Yeah.
I'm wondering about time, right? So I'm going to be, once I get the cover from John, Ethan, and hopefully Kyle, I'm going to do the relaunch of Flying Fortress. That can stay open indefinitely because it would be a store.
Yeah.
And I have my leftovers from the first printing that I would also have in there. A lot of them are scratch and dent special, so they'll go at a discount. But am I able to keep? You have Earthbound still open, Narwhal?
Yeah.
Okay, so Earthbound's running, and you're doing Foreign Agent.
Yep, and I haven't experienced. No one's told me that I can't do that or anything yet. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. How long? So then, how long was Earthbound in demand?
It's been in demand since like May, so it's kind of a long time.
Yeah. Wow.
Going on almost approaching a year.
And they have some dollar amount, like you have to make so much per month for it to for them to leave it open and not close it, force it shut
like
on
6 month period, I think.
6 months. Okay.
Yeah. $1,000 in 6 months or something like that. I got wheels spinning for how I'm going to do Battle Brick Road and all of that. So
Clint, I want you to sell all three of us on Dracula, your version of Dracula.
Well, okay. I'm still thinking about this. I actually talked to I talked to an artist today though about doing it, and so I don't want to make any announcements or anything, but there's an artist that says he's interested in doing it that's like really good, so that would be cool. I don't know. The way I'd want to approach Dracula is make it modern day, do the whole thing over again. And I actually take inspiration from I Am Legend, the book, not the movie. They're very, very different. Where basically, like, when the vampires are asleep during the day, they are the prey. You know what I mean? Because they're helpless. And then at night, they're the predators. And so I think it'd be really fun to do sort of like these dueling characters. You've got Dracula, and then you've got this guy that is just dead set on killing Dracula. And day to night, and it's sort of a bit of a back and forth.
Bram Van Helsing.
We could do. I don't know. I'm like, is that too cliche to do Van Helsing? I don't know. I could do Vaughn.
Van Sciver.
Yeah, call him Clint. He's actually you, and
it's just
the 13th cousin of Bram Stoker.
True story. Yeah. So I think it'd be cool to do it like a, like it's kind of back and forth. You're not sure who's going to win, but
would it just be the one guy versus all of the vampires, or would there be like him and his crew?
Yeah,
I
haven't not really put that much thought into it because it's really just been the past week that everyone is mentioning it to me every day. So I've been thinking on it more, but I needed to develop it a lot more. I have literally nothing written for it yet. It's just in theory.
What are we doing here?
Well, we drew the relation. That's like 75% of the writing. I think. So, let's see. Wilberforce Wooster for $10. Thank you very much. It says, so Narwhal can see this. Read Earthbound today. It was exhausting experience, but not in a bad way. Your drawings put the brain into high gear, creating characters and scenes that it invokes. Great job. Wow, that's high praise.
Thank you. Yeah, everyone seems to like it, and it's helping the sales for Foreign Agent, which is good. I was really hoping for that to be the case, and it seems to be, which is awesome.
Yeah, I dig it. I read it digitally, but part of me, I'm like, maybe I should just buy the print because I just prefer print. Probably a good idea.
You become a Narwhal completionist.
Yeah, might as well. And Foreign Agent's out too, so might as well. I just want to make sure, guys. What you can see the what do they call it, the backstage or whatever, just in case when Zach pops in.
I actually think we can't. I'm pretty sure only you can.
I can. Yeah, the private chat. I can see. I can't see if a human is there. I can just see if somebody's typing in the chat.
Well, I'll try to keep an eye on it. I just feel bad. Well, I'm keeping an eye. But I do want to show, because I told Rob that I would. He couldn't be here because he's on the other side of the planet, and that makes it difficult.
True.
So this is Replicator Rob. He's a really great guy and a great writer, and he's got a great book.
The only guy with I love the animation in that video, but he's the only guy I think we're ever going to meet who's going to launch a book about a plague during the coronavirus.
Yeah.
That's just good marketing. That's just good marketing there.
Very topical. And not a lot of people can pull that off.
That's good timing, Rob. Well played.
Too soon, most would say.
should I say well plague?
I'm trying to time up Battle Brick Road with the next, Dust Bowl in America.
Yeah, you're like, we're not launching.
I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Until a really dry
going on anywhere, let me know.
Yeah. Dry tornado season. Is that what? Don't you need like over farming or something to happen to?
Yeah.
Maybe you should start tilling a lot or something.
It's a good idea.
Got to make it work.
It's a real grassroots movement.
Yeah. Replicator looks great. I don't know. I always think like everyone's seen these books, but the truth is that's probably not the case. You'll run into a lot of people that haven't. So, but yeah, Rob's a great guy. He's worked with Aaron Alfeggi before he was famous, and he went from doing Replicator issue 1, I think, to then doing Jawbreakers to now doing the Expendables. It's like the trajectory is just insane. And well deserved. So, I posted the link for that, and then mods help out too as well.
Rob is in the chat, and he said the coronavirus copied him. Okay. So
he got okay. That's what viruses do. They copy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that can happen. Yeah, that can happen.
They replicate.
Yeah. Okay, another subject. I'd love to talk to Zach about this. But I want to know about the Expendables. Do you guys think he'll break the record? What is the record? The record is Earthworm for a single campaign right now. It's Earthworm Jim, correct? I'm pulling up comics right now.
I think so.
Probably, but I don't know.
600, 700K or something, or was it more?
It was over 800K.
Oh. And what is Expendables like at 150 or?
I don't know if it's at 150, 113 last I saw, but it might have gone up.
I'm gonna get my stuff here together and let you know.
Let's find out. Let's take a little looky-loo.
Apologies if you hear my clicky clack. 815 on Earthworm Jim.
Okay.
815. Will it beat 815? That is the question. The thing is, he could also. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's at 109.
109. I kind of want it to, but I don't know if it will. I remember thinking though that Ethan was worried about kind of early about Earthworm Jim, and I remember thinking like, why are you worried? It's like not going up that high, but it just kept going and going and going. So that could be kind of like an Expendables type thing too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I guess because it's only been like a week for Expendables, so that's if it gets to 500K before it closes, then it goes in demand.
Yeah, I've got to wonder how much. Like I've heard people were talking about this in my comment section today too. How much of this is Expendables? Like I don't know. I just think Zach. To me, this is like a good campaign from Zach. It's what he's doing, but I'm not really sure how much the Expendables name is driving it.
That's a good question. So it's like a premier Zach. Like it might do a little better than Iron Sights or something. Because it gets a little boost, but the Iron Sights will break 100K. This will break 100K. Like Jawbreakers breaks 250. This will maybe break that. Yeah.
Well, and I don't know. It's so strange too because he opened up those books, the signed Sylvester Sly Stallone books, $1,000 a piece. That he jumped up 25 grand in like 24 hours. So I feel like the backer tracker information, the trending thing is there's no way it's going to be accurate, because it had already been going for a while. So I'm not sure, but I also wonder if he's going to be adding other things that would make it, grow legs a little bit more. You know what I mean? By no means is this not doing well. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm looking at the numbers correctly. According to Backer Tracker, Earthworm Jim was about 70 grand ahead of where this one is currently.
That's significant.
In the same amount of days.
Yeah.
But okay. If you look at it just straight on, Earthworm Jim was a game generally speaking, people that enjoy video games more tend to enjoy comic books.
Comics,
that nerdy thing. Expendables is popcorn.
Yeah,
movie.
maybe slightly different demographic
Yeah, that's the best way to
put it. Video games becoming a comic feels sometimes like an upgrade because you get more story, and movies it can to some people feel like a downgrade or feel tangential. Like
it's the nostalgia wave is strong, and Earthworm Jim is deep in a lot of the kids like me who grew up with it in the 90s. So I was not like, I thought it was going to make at least 500K or maybe $1 million is what I thought it was going to be between there somewhere. Yeah.
And so I know advertising was part of the plan too. It'd be really hard to know for sure how all this pans out. I would imagine that Doug TenNapel knows because he's got some analytics. But Zach, I did see a question somewhere too in the chat of did he start advertising yet? I know Zach said on one of his videos that he's going to do advertising. So I'm curious there too if that changes things because they're just targeting a different market through those kinds of ads. I don't know. Regardless, this is an incredibly successful campaign. I saw a guess in the chat for 200K. I think this could hit 250K easily before the end of the campaign. 21 days left still, and I haven't even seen covers. I don't know about you guys. I'm kind of waiting to see what the covers look like. I haven't backed it yet. Like I want it to get going, but I kind of want to see the covers to know if I'm
which one to get, because a lot of people refund and then reback once the covers get released.
And that costs money. That costs them money for the refund. So I just love Billy Tucci's artwork, but I want Zach's cover too, you know. I can always get both. I guess that's an option.
That is an option.
Yeah.
I wanted to like do a secret one and do one of my paintings and send it his way and just see what happened. But then I looked at my schedule and I thought it can't happen. I had a sketch ready to go. It's all laid out, and knowing how long that would take and everything else on my plate, it's like I don't know.
You know, he said that he had an amazing artist that did that. I was thinking Kyle Ritter is the one that I don't know if any of that's. I'm just guessing that Kyle Ritter would have done that because I know he did it for Jawbreakers.
Well, there is a Ritter cover, so it's on there. I think it's on there now. You scroll down, and you might see it.
Oh, is it? Let's see. Chromium cover issue number 1. I heard him talking about this.
Yeah, that's the Kyle Ritter cover.
Oh,
pictures. I'm not saying on the
Kyle Ritter
photos down below.
You're right. Oh, I do. I want that too. Wow. Okay. So then the Sylvester. Let me see. Sylvester Stallone signed. I can't even click on it. I just want to know what the cover is. Oh, they just chose the cover. I think.
That's what I'm getting at. It's down here.
Yeah. Down where?
Dude.
I don't know what you're saying. There you go. That's Kyle Ritter's cover. So that's going to be the Chromium issue number 1, basically like collector's edition kind of deal. There we go. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, that's really cool. I did get my Salamandroid. Can you guys see it back there?
Oh, no. Yeah, I didn't get that.
I paid more for it because I just really wanted it. I got the line art version and then I got this one. And I'll tell you, it was like, this is definitely not a reader's copy. But like I would say, I don't know. I feel bad reading it because it's legit metal. Like chromium. Yeah.
Is that the only chromium you have?
Yeah. So I have the line art version of the Salamandroid up here as well.
Yeah. That's the only one I need is the chromium of that because I have all the rest.
Yeah, I got that one. I got the team up cover, and I got the chromium, and then I got both ash cans.
Dang,
which is cool. It's fun. I know. I don't usually buy that many.
Yeah, I just got one.
I got a chromium. I love it.
Yeah, it's like one of the. I don't know. Every time a new campaign comes up, I'm like, I already have the book, but
yeah, it's a special book.
Yeah, I know. And Ethan's done so much for me, and that I don't know. That's
yeah.
They're special books to me. I like them.
Of course, it's part of what makes us love this.
I mean, let's be honest. We're all here because of Ethan. So
yeah. He gave me like, I keep thinking back, no comic book pro would give me the time of day. You know what I mean? But when I had like a small channel, no one would give me the time of day, but Ethan did. You know, so yeah, that means a lot.
Anyway, he's a bit of a genius. I think Ethan's a little bit of a genius.
Well, yeah, he sees things where we're going before we get there. You know,
your boy Zach's right. The stuff they paved the way that we take for granted. They paved the crowdfunding stuff. They paved the $25 model, among other things too.
They bring people to the platform too, like Indiegogo. The people of Indiegogo have to recognize, I'm sure they do, like how much money Zach and Ethan are bringing, not just directly through their campaigns, but it's like I know full well that my readership is a subsection of both of their readerships. You know what I mean? And that's they bring so many people to Indiegogo.
Sly Stallone in the chat is hilarious. He signs everything he writes as Sly.
I think of everybody here, I feel like I have the most gained from this, just because of the nature of what I do for everybody. You know, there are campaigns that may not have hired me because they didn't get on Ethan's show or didn't get the exposure because of being on Ethan's show. And for that, I'll forever be grateful, because that's just one more job. And that's just one more, check to help feed my family. So right on, man.
It gave you a new career. Can I ask, what were you doing before? Did you have a crap job?
I was doing this, but not as well.
Okay. So you were still doing comics essentially.
Yeah. Well, I did Flying Fortress forever, but I would do freelance things. I do, whatever. It was never lettering. That was all thanks to John for hiring me. But before then, it was going to cons and doing standard freelance, whatever. And for a year or two before Comics Kid, I was doing. Me and James Dean Anderson were working together. We had a little graphic design video company. I did like video editing and stuff for him. So yeah. But the funny thing is lettering, I love it. I really do. And it was always my favorite part of working on Flying Fortress because I can't stand coloring. I love to paint, but to color comics, it's a different beast, at least in the way of which I learned, right? You do the cut grad method, which is anybody that colors knows what that means. But painting's different, and it is more enjoyable. But I did Flying Fortress, pencils, inks, colors, letters, and I would do flats, and then I would want to jump off the bridge because flats are the worst.
Suck.
And then so I'd color that just to get it over with, and then it was like a relaxation to letter. So it was nice.
Yeah, I've done a decent amount of flatting because I wanted to color. I wanted to do everything basically. I was trying to learn it all, but then there are people who are like, "Oh, I'll do your flats for $5 a page." I'm like, "Why? Why would you do that? That sounds miserable."
That's the equivalent. It's the equivalent of Nike hiring kids, in China or whatever.
Yeah.
What the hell? I've totally hired guys like that.
I know. No, I do it. I do it too.
Yeah. For the people that do flats, they can knock out a page in like 20 minutes.
Yeah. They figured it out. They're good at it.
Yes, that's right.
And I give them a tip
for $5 a page.
The fodder I use charge $10 a page.
And they're so grateful. Like if I even mention them like in a forum post, and I'm like, my flatter was this guy, he'll be like, "Thank you, sir, for acknowledging my existence, sir." And I'm just like, here's another $5 bill. Feed your family for a month.
It transfers to like 10,000 Woolongs or something,
Yeah. I mean, I love working with him, and he's a valuable part of my team. That's just the way it is. I don't care where he's from. I don't care, if his prices are good and he's happy with it, and I am, it's good for the team.
Yeah. Free market capitalism. Tony Palmer for $5. Is that Australian? I don't know. We'll go with it. says, wondering if I should skip crowdfunding my project and promote printed book because of the number of crowdfunded books in the market. My opinion on crowdfunding is that it's great. It's a really great tool as long as you can bring a crowd there, as long as people know you're coming well in advance and that you can build up a mailing list. So I don't know where you're at, but that would be my suggestion. I don't know. You guys have any input on that question?
I mean, if you can fund the book and get it done, then promoting, if you do crowdfunding, even when the book's done, you can just say, hey, the book's done. It's ready to go.
Right. It's still
pre-order.
Still a
and
great.
You do get organic views. You do get organic. Views.
All I can say is that crowdfunding is exciting right now, and it might get a little intimidating because the competition will get higher. But you can aim to beat out your competition. It can become something that we all just get better and better and better with.
Yeah,
and healthier markets develop.
It's not a big deal to fail either. Failure will help you.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah,
and I think like it's like the cool thing to do in comics right now, to where like Sean Gordon Murphy's like, I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, dude, Sean Gordon Murphy vexes me a little bit. He's like the one dude that he seems so cool, and I love his art so much that I kind of want to be his friend. So he like has power over me, like no one else has power over me.
That's it. Just Sean Gordon Murphy crush. That's it.
Yeah, I got a crush on him. I saw a picture of his like studio. I mentioned this on my stream, but his studio is like a separate house from his house. This awesome, huge house. It has like an upstairs man cave and then a downstairs studio for art with another work studio in case someone visits him so they can draw together. I'm like, oh my god!
You want to see?
Awesome.
Okay.
Wow.
I have a friend at DC Comics who has a very similar setup. So they bought their house and they had a pool, an indoor pool house attached to it. They filled that in and turned this entire thing into the studio. He has his desk. His wife helps. She has her desk. He has extra desks in the back in case he has friends come over that want to work. It's insane. Like, this thing is enormous.
Wow.
It's like a little company in the middle of a place or whatever.
Yeah, it's like a little artist oasis. And he's got, all the books and posters and everything. It's wonderful.
That reminds me quickly, when I lived in Seattle, I took a pilgrimage to Fantagraphics Comics because it was 5 miles away on Google Maps from me. So I walked 5 miles in Seattle, and it was like underneath all these highways, this shitty part of town, like weeds everywhere, rundown houses. Between two shacks was a slightly nicer shack. That was Fantagraphics headquarters, and they had a loading bay in the back, and in the front they had a living room because it was just a house, but the living room had 3 workstations at it for like graphic design or whatever. And I'm like, wow, they run a worldwide company out of this little house. It's pretty inspiring, actually. That's kind of what we do. That's what like Peter Sambetti does, and stuff.
Yeah. See, my dream is I want to take my daughter's room and have it like this. I've got this little corner of my actual bedroom. I'm making my little office here. But I want, if I could justify it, to just take the whole room and make it awesome for videos and like a little writing office and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know. I've seen pictures of Scott Snyder's little office. It's crazy. It's outdoor and it's surrounded. It's like circular, surrounded by windows, floor to ceiling, all the way around.
See, he's humble bragging with that. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I want to throw a rock at it.
He's probably throwing rocks from the inside, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I mean, you also have to consider how much of it is a writer's image that they're going for too. Like, because like it tells, it sells you. That's why, like, when you see pictures of, Warren Ellis, he's always like holding like booze and a cigarette and like he's surrounded by skulls, it's like it's branding.
Yeah.
You guys, from my good luck the past few days, because it's good luck and good timing. It's been really insane what's happening, like with Earthbound getting reviewed by Zach, as Foreign Agents launching on Ethan's channel. Like, it's been this crazy mix that's really been leveling up my career, basically.
Look at this. You have 2 books on the top of the trending list right now.
Dude, it makes you want to cackle like Monty Burns or something. No, this is crazy. But yeah, my YouTube's is mini blowing up for me. It's almost at 800, I think, subscribers. So yeah, it's like cool.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So well done, Narwhal. Well done. It's so great to see you, because like I've known you for a little while now, man, and I've believed in you and your art since I first read Naked Samurai. I was hooked like that. It was like the first thing I ever read by you. And I was like, I need to know how this guy works, how he ticks, like what, we like hung out, we've talked a lot, but now to see you finally blowing up the way you deserve is pretty remarkable, man. So
thanks. Yeah, I got a sentimental relationship with Vaughn because we kind of discovered each other when we were unknowns. Like we knew, like, hey, we're actually, we're pretty good. We recognize each other. Let's come up together. Because I read, I read you have a comic that's not even fully released, or it's web or something, but it's the Vampire Hunter one. It's
the Witch Hunter, Witch Hunter, Kataru Witch Hunter, the book I did before Monster MD.
Yeah, I read that and I thought that was really good. So I kind of talked to you. That kind of started it, but yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Well, yeah, both campaigns. Well, you're really close on both of them, actually. So you have 16, almost 17,000 on Earthbound now with the hardcover edition as well.
And this morning that was at like 13,000. So that's crazy.
Ooh, almost like $4,000. And that video is just out too. Like
Zach's video?
Yeah,
Zach's video.
I was telling people I hope it gets 8,000 views because that's like good enough for him. That's like his average. If it gets like 2,000, I'd feel bummed out. But it's like him covering the indie market. But also he's excited about it. Like he said, this is the most original comic I've read, and I've read 2,000 comics, something like that.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Isn't that a cool? I think that's such a cool thing to have a brand, like it not just about like your name and like all these peripheral things with branding, but with your style. There's a brand. There's the Narwhal style, not just your art, but the storytelling as well. You've done such a good job of that, of just being, again, like I've read Earthbound. It's just it is very creative. It's really smart writing. I think that's the cover quote that the social media quote that I gave you. Really smart writing.
Yeah. Thanks. And I agree. I don't know. What did you say? Sorry.
The branding.
The branding. I planned ahead for that a little bit. I did have some like little schemes, like whatever, like I was faking till I make it as a businessman. I'm like, all right, I should try and think about the brand. And one of the things I think about is incepting the animation feel. I kind of go for that too.
Yeah. So I've seen you do like 3D animation stuff with it. Does that do you build it out first with 3D? Or is that just like experiments you've done online?
Yeah, it's like stylistic experiments. And so for this one, the backgrounds, almost all of them are in 3D. You don't necessarily always notice, but it's because it all takes place in one house. So I hired someone to build the house in 3D, and then I went into Blender and I take digital snapshots of the backgrounds, put them into Photoshop, draw the characters on top of them. So it's kind of like the animation process, like the characters become cells over the 3D. And it looked good to me. I think we've been trained by old animation to kind of like, it's two art styles, but it looks good to us. So the backgrounds are painted, foregrounds are flat characters, kind of. That looks good. And so it's the same with 3D for some reason, I think. So I did it.
Yeah. Is it for an agent? I mean, I read your description of what happens in the book where they're communicating because they can't communicate. So they're communicating through drawing. That's an interesting concept. Would you say that this book is, I don't want to say artsy, but maybe you know what I mean? Like, is it still that Narwhal style that you get in Earthbound, which is super creative and unique?
Yeah, it's different, but it's still the Narwhal style. It's like maybe a little more serious. Vaughn's read them both. He likes them both, whatever. I don't know if he has any thoughts, but yeah, it's a little more serious, but it's like the framing's pretty creative, going in meta with the art. Like I hired 2 other artists to be the art within the art, so that's kind of fun.
That is cool.
That was cool. I was wondering how you pulled that off. Yeah. That's awesome. I was like, did Narwhal change his style or did he find someone else? That's really cool. So Narwhal, like when I read his stuff, I just stop. I just feel like I'm watching a really good movie, and I feel a little hypnotized by it because there's so many subtleties and so many beautiful moments, so many funny, thoughtful moments. But the thing about Narwhal as an artist that made me also like him right away is that he's willing to explore weirdness and like human quirkiness and ideas in ways that other comics would totally avoid. Like, and yet he's still delivering a really satisfying, tense action suspense thriller at the same time while exploring these kind of deeper things going on in very subtle ways with the so he's one of those artists that I really respect because he gives you both, you know, your movie action and your human side.
Yeah, it's like is cinematic a negative thing or a positive thing? It could easily be a negative thing, and because my comics are pretty darn cinematic. But it's hopefully not in a negative way, because that's kind of part of the Comicsgate tenets, I think, is Marvel is cinematic and it's stupid. They like want to make movie scripts and they want to get hired by Hollywood and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And they're cinematic too, but they're like done better. So
well, and this is like, I don't know, it's made for comics, and like you wouldn't get this somewhere else, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm sure creative films out there too, but I don't know. I just don't see it happening. Like, this is made for comics. The other thing too, and correct me here if I'm wrong, but it seems like because you have such a minimalist style that allows you to do more pages more quickly, and because of that, you get a different kind of like the pacing's different. Like from a writing perspective, it's really restrictive to be 48 pages, you know? And so you can tell a different kind of story, and, you know, because of the pacing that allows you.
I feel that way. Like if you tell someone the page count, what kind of feeling they get, because usually writers, they might feel good the higher page count because you can do more. Like you feel pretty constrained. Like even Cyberfrog, like that was so great. Ethan wasn't able to do that much with it, you know, like he's not able to develop a full movie feeling yet in that world. He will once he gets to 150, 160, 200 pages, then he'll be there. So it's like that feeling, like I like getting to that number. Once I'm in that number, like it's hard. Like I almost avoid shorter stories, but I'm trying to step out of my comfort zone with that too. Like the nether zone for me is like a 90-page story. I like shorter and I like longer. I don't like 90 pages.
Yeah. I found 48 to be a really awkward number of pages for me personally. It's like I want it to be like 66 pages exactly. on the short end, like 66, or I'll just do 22 and do a one shot.
I mean, outside of obvious printing restrictions, do these page counts matter? I mean, really, I don't feel like if you wanted to do a 27-page story or a 52, you know, like I don't see.
It's just like the business wise, it's like more money to do more pages.
Well, sure, but you know, if you could do say you write your story and it only ends up being 70 pages. Well, it's 72. You have to print it at 72. So you just add 2 extra pages in for either 2 extra pages of story, or if you don't need to, backup material, and then you're done. I don't like.
Well, it's like Clint, like what if Clint waited? What if he didn't even launch Sweetcast or Downcast 1 and just launched like them both as one way later? So he'd be more in debt, but then he has more money to make, and he didn't build like the thing. So you want to, like, it benefits to do shorter installments to build, but then there's also like a give and take there. Like, I mean, like maybe if you're just doing 20, that's too little, and maybe you'll lose some people. You might get 500 on your first and 400 on your second or something. And
for crowdfunding especially, it's like, because you have to charge. To me, like 20 is more like the minimum. I did 15 on the first, and that was like just razor thin because of all the expenses and the surprises that come up. But yeah, like a $25 book, it's like that's right for crowdfunding, generally speaking. And so you want to give people $25 worth of value, however you do that. But I also got that Chromium book for like whatever it was with the, on the second time around. How much was it again? I don't even remember. It was more than 25 on the Second Chance campaign. So I don't know. Value, I guess, is in the eye of the beholder.
That's what I'm going to be doing moving forward with Battle Brick Road is is what Ethan has talked about, how, you know, you do, and what John has been doing. You do the campaign, the first one, and then the second one, you offer the remainder of the first one, plus a variant cover of the first one, plus the second one, as these different options. It's like what you're doing.
Yeah.
Clint. I mean, that's right. My plan with Oz, with Battlebrick Road. And really anything moving forward that would be a continual storyline.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you've got Earthbound 2 coming. I'm sure you're going to offer Earthbound 1, that whole thing.
Yeah.
And you get new readers too. Like I wish I would have printed more number ones. I'll be honest. I'm a little worried I'm going to have to go back to print. Like not immediately for this campaign, but down the road, like it might have to happen. We'll see.
What'd you print? 2000 or
2000? Okay. Yeah, 2000. And I thought like it gave me like 500 ish to work with, but like I don't know. They're still selling like this campaign. The number ones they're selling. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I'm considering it. Skits Comics for $4.99. Thank you very much. Says, tell Clint how much you love Downcast by getting on the Skits mailing list now on Indiegogo. Yeah, he's got some really cool art for Skits. So do check it out. Yeah, let me. I know we have
a hater in the chat.
Say what? What's that?
I told Vaughn we have a hater in the chat. Pixel Trader wants me to change the name back to Operation Zephyr.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that name don't mean nothing.
Yeah, nobody it was clever, but no one got it, so who cares?
Yeah.
That's something Adam Driver says about acting. He says acting isn't actually about emoting emotion or like showing emotion. It's about the audience feeling the emotion. The transfer has to happen or else it's pointless.
Yeah.
And, so whatever.
Yeah. Super chat, and then I'm gonna shift gears back, just give everyone a reminder, but Spartan Scotsman for $1.99, thank you very much, says, looky what we have here, a murderer's row of CGers. You know, that's what they call a group of crows, right? A murder.
No, Murderer's Row were the 1927 Yankees or 20-something Yankees.
Oh wow, baseball reference.
I only know
like All Stars, kind of, I guess. Yeah. Nice. Spartan's a badass. I streamed with him just once, and I loved it. And I long for the experience.
Yeah. I've got to for everybody that just joined the stream, we have 178 people. This is pretty great.
Oh wow.
Everyone's interested in Dracula, but just to let you know, I have receipts. I am related to Dracula. Not to Dracula. I keep saying that. I'm related to Bram Stoker. Here's the evidence right here. But through my mother's side. So the Stoker name that I have comes from elsewhere. But if I go way up here back 11 generations, your boy Bram Stoker and I come from this same marriage here. William Edward Goodrich, Goodrich, whatever.
Goodrich, and then you became Goodrich.
There we go. And then there's Abraham Stoker Sr., Abraham Stoker, that is Bram Stoker himself. So I am related. I am an 11th cousin 3 times removed. I know that sounds ridiculous, but hey, I'll take what I can get.
Bram. Yeah. Call me Bram.
It's not as Topher. Carl Weathers himself, but you'll take it. I understand.
Topher Stoker. It's Carl Weathers. I love it. You have family reunions. You guys do the predator arm thing, but your arms are like pain.
And sometimes he's like, he's having a fake hand, and he fakes me out, and I'm like, "Oh, Carl, you did it again."
And he's like, "You got a stew going." I love him, man. He's awesome. I used to rent Action Jackson all the time as a kid. I haven't seen it in a while. Cheesy movie.
Spin-off sequel.
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
I'll be right back. I got a whiz.
It would piss that shit off, man.
It's whiz time.
But you are related to the Bram, dude, and you I think it'd be worth. I mean, I don't know, man. You doing a Dracula book, like, you seem to have ideas for it, so it seems to at least entice you. I guess every writer has like that story in them, and you just have an excuse now.
I mean, I've been thinking about doing it for years, because my name is Stoker. So, you know, I kind of floated the idea, went back. I don't know when this was back when I was doing the Silver Streak story. If you remember that during the summertime, talking about doing public domain characters and, how generally speaking, I didn't have a desire to do any except for Dracula because Clint Stoker, Bram Stoker, you know? So I've thought about it a bit, but now it's like, okay, this could be viable. The main thing is like, would people buy it? Would people back it? You know,
I almost wonder if it depends on what it is. Like if it's just another Dracula, you have to really wow them, man. You gotta smack them over the face hard when you adapt something that's free to use. I think.
Are you going to call it Clint Stoker's Dracula?
I think I have to.
You have to.
You have to.
Yeah. I have to. Yeah. I think that's the one thing that has to be done.
Yeah.
Because that'll make them double take every time.
Yeah. Beyond that, I really want it to be my own vampire story, you know, from there. Like I don't know. I'd probably reread the book again just for the sake of, you know, touching up on the original, but I don't know. I definitely want to make it my own thing. Kelsey Shannon's here. All right.
You should send him the link.
You should check lineage and see if it also forks somewhere into Vlad the Impaler.
Vlad the Impaler, yeah. We should. I should. He's like Russian though, right? Is that his?
Maybe your artist,
Romanian,
whoever it is.
That could be cool. Yeah, I think it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Let's see. Peter says, Clint, your version of Dracula should take a lot of selfies that they never show up in. It's all the rage with kids. Yeah, we could do it just like our favorite Marvel comics, you know? Yeah, how do you ruin... Vampires have already been the most soy they've ever been with Twilight. And so I feel like, you know, you can't go that direction anymore. It's been done. So to me, like, it's got to be a vampire story.
I had this writer friend who his great novel was like a total Twilight kind of ripoff thing, but he didn't know. I don't think Twilight had come out when he wrote this in high school, and it was all like he was the vampire, and the girl he had a crush on that he had dated who had broken up with him was the chick, and the worst, cheesiest vampire romance I've ever read. But like, I read it for him. I gave him his notes, but yeah, man, it's a genre where like you could be tempted to go more romantic than you need to. Most people these days want the blood and the evil, you know?
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the movie Near Dark by Catherine
I love
Bigelow?
that movie. Yeah.
That's a good one for research, Clint. It's awesome. That's something too. That movie has like a set piece where it ends up spending like 20 minutes and it's just them being bullies at a bar and it's super tense. Like, are they going to kill everyone or what?
Yeah.
And I don't know if comics do that often. And I like it if comics do, or I don't know if they're even able to, but like a set piece to really like sit on a moment. Cause it would take, speaking of that page count thing, it would take a lot of pages.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you'd be getting into the subtleties of what's happening and try to make those amped up. I mean, you definitely have to have the right artist too that could do that and make these small little moments like really big. So yeah, I think that's that's good. Replicator past $8,000.
Yes.
Awesome.
That book's awesome.
We did it.
Rob.
Oh,
great.
After this, I got a book I want to shout out, but we got to finish this one. Sorry.
Oh, no, do it. No, I was just saying everyone back Rob.
Okay.
I'll post Rob. It.
Rob. But there's another book that's kind of flying under the radar that looks amazing, and it's called Grayscale. Have you guys heard of this?
I backed it.
Yeah.
Grayscale. Nice. Yeah. Promoted it last week. Yeah. Okay.
Badass. Yeah. That one's like almost underperforming. Like it should be doing a little better, but it's awesome though. It looks great. And it'll find things kind of Comicsgate is very meritocratic and you know, very pure.
Yeah.
It's by the creator of The Abductables, and this is his next effort. And I thought Abductables was a good read.
Yeah.
And it's still up. Yeah, I know. Take that down, Indiegogo. Come on. And Grayscale reminds me of something you might read in 2000 AD or something. It's kind of got like a sense of humor to it and just some violence. So everything I like.
Yeah. Yeah, I was looking here at there. This is Dan Fan's campaign too. Orgasm Girl.
Oh yeah, I looked at this one.
Yeah,
I was checking her out.
Really great art.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know how I don't know. I'd have to have Dan Fam pitch it, but
yeah,
hers is another one up. The art does look great too.
Yeah, that's awesome. Speaking of a style that's almost a brand, that's kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's anime-esque, but not, I don't know. I'm not a big anime, but I wouldn't call it straight up anime. I don't know. Yeah. For what it's worth, it is definitely it's unique. Yeah, it's wild that we're just barely into February and there are already so many campaigns that have just been crushing it. I mean, Expendables is one, but like Cash Grab, look how close he is, Cecil, to hitting 100K.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
Now you moved up Downcast. When were you going to launch again?
I was going to launch on the 4th of February, so I would have been live now, but yeah, it was like
you launched the exact same day as Cash Grab. Do you regret that or no?
No.
Okay, good.
I was stressed beyond all reason. But the thing was, I had announced it and I was sending it out to my mailing list, and then I heard that Cecil was launching on that day, and so I'm like, what? Like I can't be like, oh, never mind, I'm not committing. You know what I mean? Like that would have just looked bad. Yeah. So I just committed to it, and I don't think it mattered. Honestly, it doesn't matter. Yeah,
it did not matter. People were happy to back everything.
So close.
Oh, Cecil.
He's close. Close to getting 90 or 100K. I can't even imagine. Cecil, tell us what the air is like up there when you get there.
Yeah. Cecil needs to do a stretch goal for that, or like maybe 110 or something. Like what's Cecil's funny stretch goal going to be? He was talking about he's going to finger everyone's butthole at the convention.
Oh my.
That was part of my signing bonus.
Yeah.
Is this official now? So it is John Malin at the head of the Centipede, or is this changing?
I think we'll find out when it's time to find out.
It's just looming. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see if he's got stretch goals. Stretch goals. I mean, a liver transplant, perhaps. Let's see.
Lovely.
100, just question marks.
Put up the stretch goal, Cecil, for 100K. Then it'll happen.
Then people know.
No doubt.
Yeah, the universe will be ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to prime the pump.
Lube the deal.
Yeah.
Cecil, if you get like a tattoo or something.
Yeah.
Of yourself.
Get a tramp stamp of yourself.
of your own sketch.
Yeah.
You could do that. Yeah. You could do that. I like that. Yeah, Cam was saying in the chat that we fooled the naysayers. Running a campaign is scary enough, but then like the day before you launch, having like 15 people message you to say, like, I don't think you should do it, man. You should wait. You're gonna screw this up.
Who are these doomsday preppers, man? Chill the hell out.
I know. I'll tell you off camera, but yeah, I'm just like, oh,
I don't know, buddy. And like, who are they? Just people you kind of tacitly know? They're not even like friends or family.
Yeah,
I mean, I hope it's not your grandmother. Like, I don't know. I don't think you got it.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, no,
Stop doing
my family, they don't even understand. They're like, oh, you just open up a campaign. You know, they're like, it was so funny the first time I really showed like my parents what was going on. Like, hey, check this out. They're like, what? You made? It was like at that time it was like, you know, over 20K or something. They're like, you made 20K on how did this happen? You know, it was a really cool moment. But people think that comics are like, nobody's interested in comics. They're just, you know, they're not reading them or anything. But
they exist.
Yeah, I know. It's sad.
I know I've said this before, but there are conversations I'm sure we've all had where you had mentioned that you work in comics or you write or draw or whatever, and they say, oh, I didn't even know they made comic books anymore.
Yeah.
So things are changing, though.
They are. Yeah.
April 7th, Walmart.
That's true. Oh, you're in on that. I want to know.
Expendables has gone up $1,000 since we've been talking, or was it?
Yeah, it has.
And I think honestly, we can take credit for this. So you boys,
it's all our
welcome.
fault.
Yeah,
you're welcome.
He's not streaming right now. It's us.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting. He said I'll be in a minute. I'm like,
I love your boy.
That's a classic your boy Zach move.
I know, totally.
I was nervous if he came in anyway. Because in that video, he's like, "What kind of guy is Narwhal to do this kind of book?" Like, and then so I emailed him and I said, like, to answer your question, like, I'm like kind of awkward, but kind of cool. I drink a lot of beer. And he's like, you kind of sound like Donnie Darko.
Hey, Cecil did put what the 100K is up there on the chat.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta scroll up.
You heard it here first, people.
Let's see. 100K is a Jack Show card set with self-portrait cards by John, Anna, Kelsey, Cecil, Kelsey, and Ethan. That's cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we got to talk about the Jack Show and the Fan Fest. I have an idea.
Fan Fest, yes.
Ooh.
Isn't there another F? Fan Fest something? Am I missing it?
Frisky Fan Fest?
For the fans?
For the fans fest.
Mine was better, but I guess we can go for the fans.
I don't know. Yeah, tell us. What you got?
I said I got to talk to Cecil. Guys, I want to do something special, and it's going to take
2 fingers in the butthole.
Oatmeal wrestling between all Jack Show contestants.
No, but it will be something that will benefit the Jack Show, and everybody can enjoy it.
All right.
3 fingers. Okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
Keep that in
dude. You know the Jack Show. So Cecil is definitely like on that genius level of cleverness. So maybe that's something to do. But I was thinking the Jack Show, all they did was get a hot girl. So I've been looking for a hot girl to do a show with me. And I was like, I'll rival the Jack Show if I just get a hot girl. But I could be wrong.
You need like
I'll get smacked with the wall of reality as soon as I do my first show.
You know, all it took was one time I had Paula Ritchie on my stream, and she didn't show her face or anything, but she has a Southern accent, and people were losing their minds in the chat with how much they liked her accent.
Have a girl wear a paper bag. And then their imagination can run wild.
It just doesn't matter at that point. Yeah. Cecil wants you to whisper, Eric, so he can hear.
I can't let the cat out of the bag yet. I can't.
It's that good of a secret.
It's that
good. Fasting with fans. I like the idea someone said, have a corner for the introverts where Zach would be. The more I think about going to a convention where people know who I am, that kind of terrifies me, even if it's not that many people.
Why?
I don't know. Like I don't know. Just
because you're Mormon. What's going on?
No, that doesn't terrify you.
No, man. I'm gonna have a booth set up with like turbo engines shooting flames at everybody, and it's gonna be.
But if
awesome.
someone comes up and they're like, "I know who you are," and you're like, "I don't know who you are," like that doesn't weird you out. Do you like me or hate me? You know, I don't know. That scares me a little.
Well, I mean, if they open with that, that's not good.
I know. That's all right. I'll just.
And I saw what you did. You know, like stop.
Yeah. I'll bring a bodyguard. It'll be fine. Let's see. I got a question somewhere. I lost it, I think. Well, I don't remember what it was. Sorry. If you have a question, ask it again. If it was, are you related to Bram Stoker? Yes, the answer is yes. And I've got receipts to prove it.
So what kind of guy was Bram Stoker, Clint? Do you know much about your 18th millionth cousin, third time removed
reunions?
That's a great question. If we look on Wikipedia, I can
on my old family dictum Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to edit this? You can edit this, right?
I don't know how it works. Like, how do you edit Wikipedia pages? If somebody is a Wikipedia,
say Bram Stoker, 13th cousin of Clint Stoker.
Please do that. I need a Wikipedia page that like all it says is that I am related. I am the 11th cousin 3 times removed.
And the citation can be to Downcast.
You know what though, Clint? Of all the like potential people you could be related to, that's like one of the best. That's top 5. I don't know what the other ones would be, but like Genghis Khan, like all of us, Genghis Khan. He raped a bunch of ladies. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Like Bram Stoker, who knows how many ladies he raped? Probably not that many. It's much more rare to be
in the new book.
Probably not.
Wait a second, I blacked out. You're talking about rape? What the hell just happened?
Took a left turn.
We've been over this.
I just ruined the stream. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Just gonna have to take it down now.
But here's Clint. I don't know why I keep thinking of this, but I gotta tell you before the stream is through, man. Like, you could make your book about you being like the last surviving Stoker, and like someone comes to you to be a vampire hunter, and you're like nerdy. You're like Clint Stoker, vampire hunter.
Nerdy.
Yeah. And you're like, I'm not into staking people. I'm Mormon, and they're like, oh god. Just pick up a stake, Clint.
I'll be like, I don't really want to stab a stake through his heart. What do I do?
Yeah,
it would be
make
funny.
it like this brilliant comedy.
If you're a YouTuber, that could be kind of funny.
Yeah.
Let me live stream this stake post. About to stake this vampire fam. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
See, this could be the opening scene. It would be us on a live stream and me saying, hey, by the way, I'm related to Bram Stoker. Next day, I get a phone call. Hello. This is Sir. Let me see. Who's the famous dude that he helped? No, hold on. I gotta scroll way up here. This is Sir Henry I. Irving's great grandson. And
No. He's part of the Order of the Dawn or some shit.
Yeah, right? Yeah. There's this Victorian era club, and only somebody that carrying the bloodline of Bram Stoker can possibly stop this vampire. It was not a novel. It was an instruction manual.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You could have his novel like in the book as an instruction manual, like because handed down through the Stoker line is the right way to read it, whether like in a mirror or with the cipher or something.
Yeah.
And it unlocks like, I don't know, Castle Dracula.
It would be like what was that? We gotta get it's on the back of the Declaration of Independence.
National treasure.
National treasure.
Our founding fathers were all pirates, and they hid treasure everywhere.
Some lemon juice, some Q-tips, and a blow dryer, and you've got yourself a party.
Yeah, and then at the end, it like doesn't work because the Stoker's from the wrong side of the family. It's not the same Stoker. That would be tragic. That could be funny.
But by the end, maybe you find out you're on the wrong side of the family. It's like part of the climax, but then you still believe in yourself and you still kill yourself some Dracula. Like you win, man. Like it's about a guy who's not fitting in and not, and then he grows the hell up and starts slaying vampires like a boss.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. More about Bram Stoker. These are his beliefs and philosophy. He's a member. He's from the Church of Ireland. Belonged to the Church of Ireland. He was a member of the Liberal Party, so he's probably extremely conservative for now.
Yeah.
Let's see. He took a keen interest in Irish affairs as a philosophical home ruler. He supported home rule, which I'm assuming this is the self-government for Ireland.
Ireland needed its own government.
Yeah.
Freedom.
Yeah, freedom.
He wanted to be the Irish king.
He was basically I can't even think of things right now. What are the thing that they voted on? He's not a Remainer. He's a leader.
He's a Brexit.
Brexit. Thank you. He was Brexit.
OG Brexit.
Way OG. Yeah. Let's see. He believed in progress and took a keen interest in science and science-based medicine. That's what progress used to mean. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, it's the opposite of what it means now.
No, it's not totally the opposite. I love that. Oh, I love that.
Everything's opposite these days.
I know, it's so funny.
Upside down world, so they say.
I've been having some weird conversations, I gotta say, at work about all this kind of stuff. Because I work for a college, and
do you have to kind of play the game a little bit?
Man.
You have to like nod and smile.
I've been getting sick of playing the game, and I think I'm getting into trouble, so I need to play the game a little bit more.
Oh yeah.
But all right, so Arthur Brown, the Uncanny Kodiak for $5. Thank you. says, I hate that you're cooler than me, Stoker, and mad face. Although you're related to Bram Stoker, I'm effing phing Dracula. So you are Dracula, or you're having relations with Dracula. I'm not sure what you mean by that statement.
Column A, column B.
If the shoe fits.
Cucked by Dracula. Next book.
The Fang fit.
Yeah. Ted Latham.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say he's related to all the peasants that Vlad impaled.
Oh wow!
I'm glad they procreated before the impaling. Glad
he has a fear of playing tetherball because that big impaler.
Big pole, yeah.
He has
that makes the layman's nervous.
Flashbacks.
You can't go see strippers. The poles are freaky.
Oh, guys, look. Sorry, I'm just. Yeah, look, this guy Darky or whatever his name.
Let's not use the word Darky.
Hello, Darky Stoker. He can be your rival in the book, man. He can be your rival, Darky Stoker.
Why does he gets an entrance in the Wikipedia for him?
Because he did a big Much Ado About Nothing about the Dracula sequel. He marketed himself all the way to the max.
Right,
to make as much money as possible.
So if I milk this and do the same thing, I deserve a place. Like
so now you're like, hey Clint, so you're like, I got a book that I'm doing called Nosferatu. You should fake sue me for stealing your family's heritage or something.
Yeah, we should do.
We've tried that big outrage. It doesn't work.
I know. Me and Eric.
Well, let's do it for reals then.
our campaigns didn't even budge.
I'll set up an LLC separate from everything else, and you sue that.
Yeah, make it fake. Yeah, there you go.
Wait a second, you guys tried to do fake outrage? What was it? What was?
Oh, we were like being really campy about it too.
Yeah,
and some people thought it was real.
I photoshopped.
Oh, and then they don't like it. Yeah.
I had some people like, oh, I don't like it when you guys are fighting. I'm like, we're not fighting. We're really not.
Pro wrestling. Yeah.
Oh, you mean when you guys both came to me and you're like, duh, Vaughn, I'm afraid we had a falling out. That was all bullshit. You had me worried.
No, I photoshopped. Well, I thought it was all pretty obvious, but I photoshopped pictures of tweets or something, right? That said back downcast.
Yeah.
I don't remember the specifics.
And I did like a down with downcast.
Yeah.
It was when our campaigns were like neck and neck.
Right. We were just
funding.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Oh yeah. You were wrestling.
Yeah, it was fun.
Arthur
Brown says for $2, thank you. Says relations with Dracula. Duh. Oh, of course. You're not related. You're having relations. I get it. Yeah. Let's see. Clint, put your name in there. I wish I could. Going Game of Thrones when? I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I wish I could edit Wikipedia. I don't know how that works. I don't know who you have to impale to get on there, but I belong there. I mean, if this guy does, I certainly do. It says edit. What happens?
Okay, go for it. You are a Stoker. Get to work. Dacker is a big idiot. His ass smells weird, and he loves the way it smells. He loves to smell it.
Dude,
let him have it.
This is really letting me edit it? Is this real?
Yeah, but then it can go in and be it can be updated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you had to have a certain.
I thought so too. Like some kind of status.
Yeah.
Nah, man. They just let any old hobo.
You need to have your Actors Guild card.
Okay. Well, interesting.
Another time, perhaps.
I don't know. I'm nervous about this. I'm gonna get.
Perhaps we'll impale him later.
Yeah, we'll stop sharing. Where's your boy Zach? That's what I want to know. I don't know. I'm gonna assume
a burrito in the oven.
Probably. Whenever I invite him on a stream, I assume he's not probably going to come, and it'll just be a treat if he does.
Yeah.
So we'll go with that. It's all good. Let's see.
Go ahead. Read your thing.
Okay. Talk to you about your parents and the money. How did your wife react, and get any of them get gross versus the net? And did any of them get gross versus the net? I don't know. My wife is really happy and supportive about all of this. I think that she's kind of amazed because She's been great because I'm a comic like nerd and I always want to create things and make things. And I think lesser woman would have told me to not do it. So I'm glad she's been good. My parents have been supportive. They just don't understand what's going on, no matter how much I explain it. So there's that.
You see, Ma, it's a grapefruit that changes gravity. You understand, Ma? No,
yeah. No, they're like, well, and then they back the book and they're like, I bought 2 books. They bought like 4 books, you know, the collector's bundle. So they're like 2, but they have different covers. I don't understand that.
Oh, that reminds me.
The variant cover.
I gotta hook up my aunt with the book. We were at like a family thing, and she's like, "I don't know how this thing works, but here's some money for your book whenever it's ready." I just now remember that. I have one unfulfilled.
Oh, nice.
Is it weird when relatives read your stuff, or is it just me?
No, it's weird. I think it's weird anyway.
Well,
especially if they're like your book kind of looks scary to me. Not a Downcast, you know. The first book I did, or second book I did, they're like, it kind of looks scary. I don't know if I'd like it. I'm like, it's not scary. But then I start thinking of my aunt reading it. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe just don't read it.
Yeah, with Earthbound, my grandpa, he like loves supporting me, so he buys the book and he'll read everything I write. And there's like a joke about eating ass in Earthbound. And I was like, here you go, Grandpa.
This one's for you, Grandpa.
Yeah.
You're like,
and he goes into cognitive dissonance when he hits that page. He looks up his.
Don't give him a stroke.
Yeah.
No.
I'm like you and Grandma used to do, you know, before she died. He's like, what?
Yeah, my grandpa was the same way. He was very much like buying my stuff. It's like, Grandpa, you don't have to buy it. Here, just have it. You know?
Yeah.
My uncle says that I owe him like 2% of my whole take. Get the stupid lawyer. He's like, I forgot to put him down as an executive producer of this short film that he helped fund a long, long time ago back in college. And so to this day, he likes to give me shit and be like, so when am I getting my 2% from Monster MD? And I'm like, go watch your John Wayne movies and shut up.
Your uncle sounds like my grandpa.
Yeah, I was like, that's my dad, John Wayne.
He acts like that. Yeah.
Speaking of Monster MD, we made some progress today, didn't we?
Oh, did we?
We did. Eric was kind enough to jump in on the Heidi story, and he did about 10 out of 14.
No, it's all done now. I just need to tweak some.
Oh, you finished?
Yep, got them done.
This is Thing of Beauty. Eric, you rule, man. Thank you.
You lettered Heidi pages? Is that what you're saying?
Yep, the Heidi pages.
Heidi pages. Well, I have to look at them.
Well, yeah, we haven't seen them, but they're perfect. I mean, come on.
Are they Are they work of art? Okay, I can't wait, man. I'm excited.
That's right.
I'm excited.
And you did break 70K. How's the air up there, Vaughn? I gotta know.
I know, that's awesome. Vaughn, you're in striking distance of 100K, man. That is not out of the ballpark. That's realistic.
If I do another big push, but I've been so busy with other projects lately. I just finished one of my newest books, and it's 200 pages. 200 freaking pages, man. I put my heart and soul into it. It's really badass. My editor's looking at it now, but I mean, I've been working my tail off. So still working on Monster MD, of course. It's just, do I have the energy to do that last push? Why not? Like, I would do it. I think the book is worth it.
Yeah, definitely do a last push.
I just need a little break.
Push when I was closing Flying Fortress,
and
I did a comparable to the opening of the campaign, just in the last, because I got on with Cecil and John. And,
I'm gonna do it.
So definitely go for it, because everybody's pumped for the book, anyways. So
once you say it's going to the printer too, because I know there's a crowd of people out there that are last minuters, what their official name is. And once you say you're going to go to the printer, they're going to be like, they'll hurry and jump in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Impulse buy. Okay, I'm cool with that.
Yep.
But yeah, man.
The other thing, Vaughn. The other thing is, there's going to be, once you send it out, there'll be word of mouth. So if it can still be in demand for that period, or you do a second campaign quickly, second offering after people have already read it, you have tons of word of mouth out there. So between those two things, I think you'd actually easily break 100K. So
okay, cool, man. Cool. I'd love to do that. So yeah, what you guys are saying all makes perfect sense. I'm actually learning some stuff here. So thanks. I don't think, even though I really look up to your boy Zach, I don't think he would dig my book, and I'm okay with it. Like I'm still thinking about sending him a free copy because he kind of inspired me, and he inspired.
He
so
loves comics. Yeah, you should do it.
Yeah. I'm just gonna send him a copy and be like, "Hey, love it or hate it, dude. Thank you." You know.
Yeah,
it's all good.
That's exactly what I did. I just felt like he deserved a copy of my book. He didn't back it, even though on his I think he didn't know where he got it from. He's like, I have this book.
No, you guys, there's some like mind stuff here, like, because I sent Zach Earthbound way early, and he couldn't open the file or something. At that point I just had 40 pages drawn. I think that was like his channel had just begun, and I was like, you sound like you might like my book. So he never read it. Then Fate has it way later where he backs it, but then he forgot he backed it. So I sent it to him. It, like, whatever it was in his brain, it like made it feel more special. It made it feel more like discovery. So I got lucky in that way. But it's like, if you mail it to him, yeah, it's like, then you might get that. But I think a big part of why I got lucky is the feeling of discovery, because people like to feel like they discover stuff, you know, like people don't like if you get 100 people telling you to read their book, then you're just kind of like, but for some reason mine felt like he discovered it. And that felt really good to him, and then he liked it on top of that. So those three things, it was definitely like luck, fate, like all these things. But yeah,
sounded like he loved it. Like that was a glowing review.
Him being
really cool.
Yeah, he's so, I love his like opinion on stuff. I don't know, but yeah, it's funny. He says like, he's like, I don't want to make a fool of myself by saying, he was kind of implying by saying it's so great when it's not that great, or by if Narwhal's an idiot, kind of, or something like that.
Yeah, he was worried you were just a shroom farmer.
I thought it was funny at the end. He was like, "This probably some guy that just works at the pickle factory, and here you are, you know, cutting zombies."
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because it'd be like the equivalent. It'd be like equivalent of someone who considers themselves an art curator, and then some art comes in. It's like, do they say it's great or not? And it's like, if they're way off, then they could get embarrassed. But yeah, like, I don't think he's way off. Yeah, like he really liked it. I'm really glad he did. And like I know he likes this kind of stuff, because he mentioned when he changed his name to Zach, let's talk about comics with your boy Zach.
Yeah,
I was like, dude, you would love my books if you change that name to your comic, because like that's all I do is weird shit with comics, kind of, you know. So
yeah. Well, for an agent, just it's. I mean, you jumped up a lot. You're getting close to 15 grand.
It's the bump from him, and it's this weird luck of having both campaigns going at the same time. We're all kind of learning something here, I think. Like,
yeah, I'm going to take credit for it though. It was just because of the stream and the power of Bram. That's what did it.
Blessed be thy Bram.
Yeah, let's see. Did you get over 17 here on? Yeah, dude, that's so cool. You're over 17 now on Earthbound as well.
I can't believe it, dude. So with Ethan, I think it went up like, 12K in 24 hours, something like that. This might do similar. So I'm experiencing these like 12K days. I'm like, I can't. Wow. I'm not used to that. I work at the deli for $10 an hour. You guys, what the hell is happening?
I need to get my hands on that hardcover. I know we talked in DMs, but I forget. Was it local? US? Your printer?
Your printer, Narwhal?
No, my printer is China, and which is sketchy-ish right now. Yeah.
Do you, Narwhal? Do you have one of those hardcovers handy? I'm just curious how thick it is.
Yeah, I have a couple copies that I did crappy sketches in. This because I promised every copy got a sketch.
Yeah.
And then I sent out a couple. One of them was to Pixel. So Pixel, I'm sorry. It was only like 2 or 3, but so Pixel, you didn't get a sketch. I'm sorry. I owe you one, because I forgot I promised that. But then someone was like, hey, you said you'd give us a sketch. So I sent him another hard copy with a sketch. Then I started sketching in everyone's book. And then as I'm sketching, I had to sketch in like, 150 drawings of Spaceman. And like, they're out of the 150. I'm not like Ethan. Like Ethan's so pro, and like I don't know. Once in a while, I draw one that was total trash, and so I have those in a stack. Oh, but let me grab one real quick. Come here.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, that makes me nervous. I just signing all the books. I had 2 of them that had problems, like just because the silver Sharpies. You guys have this experience when you write with them? Sometimes they just splooge out silver everywhere. Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah,
it was maybe poor choice of words, but yeah, it was bad. Kind of want to just do a black Sharpie next time.
Can you see that? And then there's the thickness. There's like the heft and like that'd be a real And like this book, for some reason, it had a little scuff on the cover. So this is one that's kind of in the pile of. I might sell them at conventions eventually for a little bit off or something. But
cool. How many pages is it?
It's like 152, I think, if you include everything, and then story pages. It's like 138 or so for Earthbound, and a short comic, The Naked Samurai, is included as well.
Got to bump that up. Those are rookie numbers.
Yeah, that's sweet. Dude, that's why I backed your book. It's at my parents' house, I think, because I haven't changed my mailing address in the last 2 years. But yeah.
Oh, it's a big boy. I would love to go hardcover. I really would. But weight would murder me.
That was my question.
For the 2 book, because this thing, I mean, 2 books with the extras, we were pushing it with keeping it reasonably priced for shipping.
Yeah, I know. I've been thinking about that too. I think because Foreign Agent's bigger, I might have to go a slightly thinner page type. And just unfortunately, that's the way it is. I think.
Yeah.
Because it is because it's weird because it's on the cusp of pounds. So if you go over 2, that's $10 for international shipping.
Yep.
If you're under 2, then it's affordable. So you can't break 2 pounds with packaging and everything and extras, blah blah blah.
Yeah. So, by the way, I have a request for an impression.
Let's hear it.
Ken Jack Ben. Hey there. That's what he wanted.
Nailed it. Hey, this is kind of spontaneous, but there's a lot of people here. 164 people from what I'm seeing. I kind of want to do a giveaway just for kicks.
Oh,
do it.
So I have, this is going to be special, okay? Because I have 2 misprint copies of Downcast, #1, and I'm going to give out one of those tonight. But I got to figure out, how do we decide who I give it out to? What do you guys think?
Spin the bottle.
Spin the bottle. I was thinking we could go through everybody that super chatted and randomly pick one. I don't know though, but then you'd have, I don't know. I'll go grab one, so that way I'll give out one. Excuse me. I'll give out 1 copy, and then there'll be 1 left. I'm debating I could write 1 of 2, I guess, in the book. But I just think it'd be fun to do a giveaway, especially because we got people here.
You could say, you could think of a number between 1 and 100, or 1 and 1,000, and then tell the chat to type numbers between 1 and 1,000, and they'll just watch the chat.
Or we could do Dracula quiz.
Oh yeah. Quiz them on your lineage.
Quiz them. My lovely wife is watching. She just brought them in.
So what is the misprint?
You can tell she really supports if she's watching.
That's like Vanna White.
So There's no logo.
There's no logo.
Oh wow.
The way that this happened is, you remember. Well, let me read this super chat real quick. Max Santiago for $2. Thank you. Says, "Are you guys going to be at MegaCon Orlando?" That's a no for me. I don't know. You guys gonna be there?
No plans. No.
All right.
Sorry, Max. We'll be in Orlando in 2021.
Yeah. All right.
Freaky Frisky Fest, or whatever it's called.
So these misprints, let me explain here. What happened was we had a foil stamp that was planned, and the logo that Eric designed, it has a white border around everything, and then there's the black in the middle. So we were going to do the black foil, and we did it in black foil, and they stamped it, but the black, it just looks black. It doesn't look foil at all. So basically these 2 covers, they ran through the process of the foil stamping, and somehow they missed it. So they're bound just like every other book. Everything else is perfectly the same, except for they're missing the black part of the logo. So that would be fun to give one away. Why not?
Yeah. You've got Mr. Biggins in the chat saying do trivia.
Yeah.
But Felix says I'm not good at trivia.
Just don't screen share the Wikipedia while you ask the question.
Yeah, everybody's gonna be on Wikipedia like a little bit.
What are the first words Dracula speaks to Harker at the castle? A, welcome to my house.
In graveyard shift.
You are early tonight, my friend. C, I am Dracula. Or D, you have been expected and are welcome in my castle.
First correct answer gets it.
For what? Is this for the book? It must be for the book.
Yes, that's for the book.
My guess is B.
You are early tonight, my friend.
Yeah, I'm just guessing. I don't know.
Don't say the answer. I'm not seeing answers come through yet.
It's the first thing he says.
Jason Black says, "Do you smell that?"
I know in the movie with Bela Lugosi, he goes, the creatures of the night.
So hold on, I'm looking. Was D? Oh, should we give everybody a minute? There's a D.
Oh dang! They want me to take the whole. They want me to take the whole quiz to see the answers. Oh no!
We don't know.
Look, you made Narwhal so upset he's leaving.
No, don't leave, Nar. I'm going to take the whole quiz by just hitting random things, and then they'll show me the right answers, won't they? They must. Hey, and then I can tell you.
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
You guys crack me up.
Hey, baby.
I'm totally lost.
Hey,
maybe we should do another question or something, or like do the quiz first so we're ready.
Okay, I got it.
That's oh, you have the answer to that question?
I do. I
Is
do. I have all the answers.
I gotta find.
Is this how you're giving it away?
I don't know. Maybe we got to redo one because now I can't even. I'm not even following the chat.
I have 25 questions to choose from if you want.
All right. Okay. That was a test. Okay. So everybody has their fingers ready, and I'm gonna go.
Everybody prepare yourselves.
Be prepared. Okay. That question was a primer. All right.
And if you're just joining us, this is for a copy.
What was the answer?
The misprint.
I didn't say the answer.
This is only one of two. One of two. And the other one, I don't know. Maybe I'll auction it at some point, but I'm not going to give it away. So I'll give away this one copy.
Dude, legitimately, you should put up the 2 of 2 on the campaign for like $2,000.
Should I? Do you think someone
just to see? Get the misprint, $2,000.
Just to see.
Yeah.
I could try it. I wouldn't even know like what I know misprints go for money, but
yeah.
But I want to. Clint has the best hair in this group. Thank you.
Sounds like Eyebrow Ideas is also dealing with hairline problems.
And lies.
Sell the other one with a
No, I will say this. Do you know that receding hairline equals high T? Do you know that, Clint?
I do know
so
that.
Low T.
Yeah.
I do that, and everyone can confirm that. All right. Okay, we're gonna give it out. I think I'm gonna number it. Is that bad if you number it? Like, do you want it to be? Is it a virgin, like never been written in? Like, should I sign it? I don't know how this works.
Well, there are only 2, so I don't know if numbering it would matter.
Yeah, because then if there were only 2 and I got number 2, I wouldn't like that. So I don't know if you can number it.
Yeah,
I hate you.
Don't number it.
Okay. I won't number it, but there are only 2. All right. So I'm gonna be looking at the chat. Eric, help me. We'll look at the chat and palette cleanser here. Okay. I think people are just randomly putting in letters now so that they can be first. All right. So you got a question for us, trivia question from Dracula. First right answer wins.
Oh, wow. Okay. Which question should I do?
I have it. I have the question.
Yeah.
Oh, you do? Okay.
It's not related to Dracula. It's related to Clint.
Oh, man.
What is your relation to Bram?
Oh, that's a good question. No one can look that up. Oh, they can scroll back, but yeah.
I remember.
I remember too.
The first one to get it right.
First one to get it right.
Its relation to Bram.
In the chat, I'm watching like a hawk. You gotta tell me exactly what the relationship is called.
Yeah, the exact relationship.
Dan Russo says spouse. Oh, we got it. We have Wilberforce Rooster, 11th cousin, 3rd removed. Let me verify that that was in the chat. Okay, let me share my screen here. Make sure that's not.
By the way, you click on Cam, not Wilberforce, but.
Oh, why did I click on the? Oh, was Wilberforce first?
Yeah,
he was first. I saw him. Sorry, let me scroll up and make sure. Yep, Wilberforce was first, but Cam did also get it correct. Share screen. Here we go. Now I got to go back over to Bram here. Right here at the top, my 11th cousin 3 times removed. Judges, does third removed count? I think that counts. So that counts. Wilberforce Rooster.
I think it counts.
This is what you do. Email me at or on Twitter. Message me or email me at sweetcastclint@gmail.com and we will work it out. Congratulations. You are the proud new owner of a Downcast #1 misprint, 1 of 2. Yeah, Cam is upset because he just missed it. That was fun, guys. I want to do that.
That was cool.
I like that. Yeah, so I'll send that to you. We'll get it worked out, and you let me know what you want done to it. But yeah. All right, Aaron Olson for $5. Thank you very much. Says I've never seen a super chat to Clint before. I've never sent a super chat to Clint before. Maybe he needs to up the rage factor a little. So also 2K for the misprint. I'll give you 100 right now.
Hold out. Hold strong. Hang tough.
$100. Nice. Thanks for the super chat. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know. To me, it almost feels like you have to put it on auction. Like, how do you find the right price point? You know what I mean? I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love to have $2,000 extra. That would be pretty great. I'm sure Wilberforce Wooster would love that too, knowing what the other one goes for. That's pretty fun. Did Eric or Narwhal, did you guys get any misprints? On any
no misprints, but too many damaged to be happy about it. Also, Wilberforce Wooster says Cam can have it.
Are you for real?
That's what he says right here at 11 p.m. on my scroll up. Says Cam can have it.
Okay, you guys work that out or something. Let's see. Oh, he says, give me that email again. It's sweetcastclint, all one word, sweetcastclint@gmail.com. And I'm going to want to confirm that whoever emails that is actually Wilberforce Rooster. He says, yes, if he wants it. Yes, Cam. That is a very generous offer from Wilberforce Wooster. Yeah, if you're down with that, email me. Both of you email me. We'll work it out. Yeah, I need to do more giveaways. That's fun. That was like an adrenaline rush for me. These have just been sitting around, but I don't know. It's fun to give them out. Cool. Yeah, no misprints, but you got some damaged ones. I did too. They were folded weird. That was I've got one behind me actually. You can't probably see it, but it's like there's a fold, like a random fold in the. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
There were like several like that. I mean, they're still like readable and everything, but I would never give that out. You know.
Is there an amount that are unusable that you get that would make you call your printer and be like, "Hey, what's up?"
I mean, for my printer, I didn't have that many. I think it was like 4 maybe that had damage.
Okay.
Like that.
Yeah.
4 that I've seen so far and 2 misprints. And frankly, I was just happy to see the misprints. Those were fun to me.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, so they were pretty good. But I think for sure you'd get pretty upset depending on how many. I don't know. Eric, what's that magic number?
I don't want to talk about it. Hey, you know what? I'm going to turn lemons into lemonade, and we're going to have a super discount on the next campaign. So, we'll see. We'll see.
Scratch and dent.
Yep, scratch and dent.
Was that from shipping that damage comes, or something else?
A couple of different things. So, shipping, yes. I had it was a freight order, and I saw Clint's freight order come in, and it's on a pallet. I thought, okay, I should be expecting a pallet. But what I got were 42 individual boxes put into the back of my car and my dad's car, and if we drove them up to our house. So there was that. And at some point, he was unloading and they're wrapping some in tape as they're unloading them from the UPS truck. So there was that, and then there was a printing. I didn't order the books exactly how I thought I was doing it. I got a UV coat, not a UV laminate, and it's different. So it didn't turn out exactly how I wanted it to. But it was also Christmas, and I was trying to get everything done before the end of the year for taxes. So it is what it is.
Yeah. I saw some people were unsure in the chat. Did we get the right? Did Wilberforce Wooster actually win, or did I miss one? I hope that's settled. But yeah, we can always go back and look. Anyway.
He's the first one.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Narwhal, can you draw a pumpkin? I saw that question in the chat.
Yes. I can carve a pumpkin, bro.
Sounds like I mean, if you can draw a head, you can probably draw a pumpkin, right?
Yeah. Well, and that there is a funny question there is do you use reference or not? And use reference, everyone. That's the lesson. Use reference.
To draw a pumpkin. Wait, is there a story behind this? Does this mean something?
This is just regular old art school stuff. It's like it's like they'll show it's almost like a meme. People you can ask people draw a lion and you do one without reference, one with reference. With reference is always a billion times better. And it would be the same with a pumpkin, oddly enough. If I drew a pumpkin, it would be 2D and kind of like it's look like an apple, but it's kind of am I allowed to color it? Because if I color it orange, then they'll know that it's a pumpkin. And then if I do reference, I'll like get it just right, whatever.
Good to know. All right. Beautiful. Well, let me take a look at some of these campaigns again. This is a fun stream, guys. Thanks for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah, good lineup. I like these guys.
It has been long. I've been on everybody's stream. Like I get this happens every time, and it's nice, but I get way too many requests to go on other channels, and I just don't have the time. And then it's like I'm not streaming on my own channel. It's kind of rough, but so yeah, it's kind of nice to get back on a Monday night streaming. All right, this is Earthbound hardcover. I'm going to refresh this again, just because it's fun to see the numbers go up. There you go.
That was $200. That was 1 week of work at the deli, everyone.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Who said comics didn't make money?
The SJWs.
Yeah, that's true. Here we go. Here's a Foreign Agent. Boom, you got up there as well. You're getting really close to 15K. How long has this been up? Like, you're in the first 48 hours still, aren't you?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. It's doing good. There's a stretch goal at 20K. I'm going to commission Jeff Lastly. Do you guys know him? He's a great painter in CG, or he might be not fully CG, but he's a good guy though.
Yeah.
But so commissioning him because his art style, it fits kind of a little bit with the avant-garde style, plus it's the opposite. It's like just fully painted. I think it would be fun to have some characters fully painted for a pinup. And then 30K, I want to do something extra special too, like maybe include a little 20-page zine for everyone. See, that's like a little bit sketchy because obviously cut into the profits and stuff, but I'm thinking about that. So
cool. I don't think, did you give us a pitch on Foreign Agent? We were just looking at it, but I don't know if you actually pitched it.
I know, it's so weird. It's going up so much and I haven't even pitched it. And then like I pitched it like sometimes and it doesn't go up or whatever, but yeah. This one, it's two soldiers go to a house. There's some movies that it's really influenced by. It's like the westerns of Monty Hellman, these like low budget westerns that they all take place in one location or just the desert. So it's literally like no location, really film it anywhere, where it's mostly about the characters. And like, yeah, it's these two soldiers come in, to this house, there's a family there, language barrier with the family. The only way they can communicate is by exchanging drawings. So at that point it becomes a comic with a comic. They kind of make this shaky deal, this little truce, like we'll hide out and we'll help you. We'll give you a little money if you hide us for a couple of days. And then it plays out from there. And obviously does not go in a good way, you know?
Nice. Very cool. Yeah. On Indiegogo, doing really well. I mean, you're off to a really good start. This will be good. I got to get mine. Is this all in black and white?
Yeah. So this is like mini spoiler, but not even that big a deal at all. But it feels like an old World War II movie. So I colored it in black and white, but it actually takes place in the future. So that dichotomy makes I want to keep it black and white because that's a funny meta twist. Like when the reader realizes that it might take place in the future, that's a fun moment for the reader, I think. So
cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, I like that. I dig your style. And then, yeah, of course, Earthbound is also still up. I'm just going to see if the Zach push. No, it stayed there. I didn't give it very much time, but I'm going to refresh it again anyway. Oh, 14. Woo! I dig it.
1488 isn't that the hate group or something or no? I don't know.
888. That's H, right?
I don't know.
8. Yeah. We don't know that kind of stuff because
we only know because we're accused of it all the time.
right. Very cool. Everybody, don't forget Downcast, Rise and Fall. I'm already at the point where I just like tired of promoting it. Guys, I'm so excited about this book. I had a ton of fun going over the script and writing it and trying to make it the climax. Like I wanted to make this like the climax of a film, or the best books that I like, and some of really emotional moments, and tried to really flesh out the characters. And I'm really, really excited about it. I cannot wait for people to read it because I really feel like it's going to be people, especially if you enjoyed the first Downcast, I think you're going to love this one.
I read Downcast 1 and I loved it. And it did like something that proved to me kind of quickly that you know what you're doing basically, but it was like you had 2 levels of conflict instantly. Like the initial level is like they need to help their dad. Then they get dragged into like this plot kind of. And that's like 80s Spielberg style, like that's good storytelling. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
The tangent there on the logo against the edge of the image is bothering me though.
Oh, over here.
Yeah.
And that is my bad.
Yeah, I know. I'm well aware of whose bad it is.
You know what though? The book is going to be lettered beautifully, I'm sure. So I don't know. People will look at this and then they'll see the real lettering job and they'll be like, okay, good job. I'll admit I felt less pressured like about the specifics of the campaign this time around because I started thinking, you know what, like people that want it are gonna get it, people that don't won't, so it's kind of actually a relief, I guess, for the second campaign in that way, but it was stressful for other reasons. So yeah, I'm glad it's doing so great. We're gonna hit less than 1,000 away, and we'll hit what the other campaign did by the end of the campaign. So we're ahead of schedule. That's great. Still 11 days left. I really want to get into the 40K range with this book after. Yeah.
You're going to be in demand for a little while, aren't you?
Yeah, it'll be a little while. Not as long as the first book. And I'm definitely not going to, extend things just to hit a bigger number, if that makes sense. But yeah, so we'll see. It won't be open as long because we've made more progress on the book. But yeah, it'll be open for a little while. So,
and you're going to get to offer eventually like a hardcover with both versions together, something like that.
Do it.
Yeah, that'll be like free money.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine just printing something when everything's already finished. That would be nice. Yeah, I don't know when exactly because I've got the Alterna stuff coming up, and so we're talking probably a while.
Oh, you're right. You ruined that by signing with Alterna. You can't do that now. No, but that's actually good. The alternative path seems awesome. Peter Simeti is the greatest guy ever, and it's rad that you have a relationship with him.
Yeah.
He's very cool.
Great. Yeah. The cool thing is because he's phasing out graphic novels, the deal is it's cool because I can do the graphic novels and he does the single issues.
Well, that means you can do what I said you couldn't do.
Yeah, but it's a matter of timing though. Like
for sure.
We haven't gone over any of this kind of stuff, so but we're not even anywhere near that phase. So it'll probably be at least a couple years, I'm guessing. But
have you talked at all with Spencer? I kind of forget his name. The writer he works with,
Desmond. Spencer.
Yeah. He's kind of in that family.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. He actually, I talked to him about doing, so like in this VIP bundle, we're doing the trading card set. He makes wax packs for cards sets. So he prints it and then does the waxing and seals them and all that jazz.
Wow.
And so, yeah, I've been talking to him to do the wax packs for this. He had prototypes and everything. Like, he's done it a bunch. So yeah, they look great too. So he's going to be doing the pack.
He's a cool dude. And yeah, his books look dope. He's working with Christian Rossi and Vince Rush, two of my favorite artists too. So
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he does good stuff. I need to get him on this stream sometime and talk to him. He's a funny guy too. Really funny.
He's kind of he's one of those big guys, like you want to hug him.
Yeah. Very
like he used to be a Viking and you feel safe in his arms.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a salt of the earth kind of guy. I like him. He's a cool guy. Monster MD over 70,000 and I don't know, it just
did it not update? That's like a kick to the balls, as Cecil would say. Then you gotta go no for like 1 minute.
I don't know. I'm really happy with it. That's all I can say. Like,
yeah, there's nothing to complain about. 70K, oh my god.
Yeah.
Your campaign blew us all away. Obviously, it's so good. Like, the art is so good. You post it every day. The coloring, the writing. Yeah, like this one will be one. Like, this is one that it's like obviously destroys the mainstream. That's the other thing too. So I'm looking for
this special book.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. I wanted it to be a mainstream killer. Like, I wanted it to kind of say, "Hey, we're here, and look at what we're doing. This is what you should try."
Yeah. People are screaming replicator in the chat. Should I
replicator?
Replicators.
Expendables. The replicators.
There it is.
There it is.
Remastered.
There you go. 8,029. There's Replicator. I'm going to post the link again. I think the Replicator, did I put the link in the description? I think I did. I think so. I kind of lose track. I think I did Foreign Agent as well. I know I did Foreign Agent. That's in the description in this video. But yeah, everyone check it out. Appreciate it. I don't know what else to say, guys.
I hope they do a Replicator remix. The remixes. Whenever I see remastered, I just think about albums, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, Flying Fortress was remastered. It sounds great now. It really does. It's the best sounding comic I've ever made.
High fidelity.
Hi-fi. Yeah, we're pressing. We're going to be doing 100 vinyl on the next campaign. Battlebrickroad.com, the future military retelling of the Wizard of Oz, coming soon.
Razmaz says I lied. I didn't put Replicator in. Sorry, Rob. I can always stick it in retroactively. It'll be fine.
That's what she said.
And on that note, thanks everybody for coming in. I really wanted to stream with you, boy, Zach. I don't know what happened.
I scared him away. It's all right.
No, it's all good. I don't know. I'm gonna keep sending him links. One of these days we'll get him in. I really want to just pick his brain, and I just want to ask him tons of questions. So
yeah, to keep doing it because like that he does that to Ethan, you know.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. No, I expected it's kind of par for the course, so I'm not.
That was, speaking of branding, that was a good job of him to brand himself that way. So he can do that whenever he wants and not worry about feelings or anything. Yeah.
It reminds me of Batman, you know, when he's on the roof with Commissioner Gordon and he just disappears whenever he wants, you know.
Yeah.
You have to keep your eyes on him the whole time, otherwise.
He started it all. It's quite magical. I was thinking about that the other day. Like, I think, you know, I don't know where I'd be without him and what he did. Yeah. Like, and how it felt when you saw what he was saying, like how it felt so crazy that he was saying what we're all thinking.
Yeah.
And then he was taking all the heat for it. And that all the heat pent up that would have been dispersed like a laser beam from the Death Star on any one of us to do it. He like withstood that blow.
Yeah. It's true. It was weird seeing him making videos because I didn't think. I was kind of like, I was annoyed at. I remember reading Batman, and all of a sudden there was this side plot that was just lecture, you know, about bullying or, you know, like. Anyway, I don't know. It was just really annoying to read that, and I kept thinking I don't want to buy certain books from certain writers because of that. But I thought it was just, you know, I'm my kind is dying out, I guess. You know, I'm the weird one, so it was cool to see that they're
And it's good, Clint, you're on our side because you're the most normal, nice guy of all time. So like when people go at you, I'm like, well, I know I'm on the right side. Same with Peter Samedi. I feel that way.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not perfect, that's for sure. But
your hairline is perfect.
It is, yeah. It is indisputably perfect. Yeah. High tea. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's cool. A lot of good camaraderie too. You know what I mean? We have all the fun over here.
We really
Yeah, me and Bram talked about that in DMs. Like, but it's like part of the fantasy of like that idea of like 2 workspaces. Like, I want to like visit people and like but that's why I want CG Con. You know, like
I do. I want to hang out with everybody here on this panel for sure, and many more. Like it would be fun. Just no one jump me if I don't know who you are. That's all I'm afraid of.
No, then you're a celebrity. If that happens, that's a good step up.
It's like weird. Yeah.
It's gonna happen. They're Clint, and you're gonna be like,
I got maced by Clint Stoker, the 13th cousin of Dracula.
Yeah, it would be like Narwhal too, and I'd be like, I didn't recognize you. The camera adds pounds or something, you know.
I wasn't wearing my mask. I shaved my beard. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got to get you to the stretch goal narwhal so we can chop the beard and cut your hair, right? Turn you into the narwhal we've never known.
Is that a stretch goal? Did I say that on Ethan's?
You said that you might have been joking. It might have been tongue in cheek, but I remember.
Now it's for real.
and Clint, you need to do every Halloween. You need to do Stoker cast instead of Sweet cast, and be be all creepy for a night. Have fun with it.
Play some music. We could
do a seance for your relative.
Yeah. Contact Bram. We could read creepypastas and I don't know.
Yeah.
Just eat candy, I guess. I don't know. All right. Thanks everybody. I'm gonna let you go, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Sweet. Bye everyone.
Bye.
Later.